Yar, me hearties, grab your drinks and snacks and come on down to this Tales of Monkey Island stream. With me and my friends, these fellow scallywags. How's it going, everybody? Give us your best pirates.
Hello.
Hello.
Yar.
Yar. That's good.
Yar.
Welcome in, everybody. Welcome in. Hello, chat, and welcome to this crazy one-shot, which I'm calling Monkey Island Madness. For those who do not know the Monkey Island point-and-click game, well, you're going to miss out on a lot of in-jokes, I'm sure. For those who do, I'm sure you're going to have a hell of a lot of nostalgia by the end of it, and then we're going to see a little spike in the sales of Monkey Island games on Steam, probably. All right, let's go around and introduce who I'm playing with today. Who are my fellow crewmen aboard this pirate ship? Next to me in the overlay is Dread. Dread, who are you?
Hello, I'm Dreaded GM. You can find me on the channel Dreaded GM, where I run a bunch of tabletop role-playing content. We have just done a massive move, so I'm in a different location, and this is where I'll be making content and streaming from now on. Content coming to you soon. Today, I'm playing Puke, Plank Talker. Puke Plank Talker is a plank farmer from a very desolate and distant place, a desert island, if you will. If you can get the reference by the end of the session, I will be very happy. One of my fellow crewmates has already gotten it, so yeah.
Got it. Next to you in the overlay, we have Ashlyn playing Penny today. Who are you?
Hi, Ashlyn. I'm a Dollar Store DM on all the things, mostly on Instagram, where I am a budget crafter. And today I'm going to be playing Penny of Penelope's previously plundered. I practiced that so many times. Penelope's previously plundered peg legs.
There you go. A fellow salesman and sleaze master. Could you move your arms around and see if your shirt stays in the same pattern every time? Wow, how did you get it to do that? Below me in the overlay we have Michael, who is playing... Who are you, Michael? What are you playing? Can't hear you. I think you've muted yourself.
I have muted myself. Look, I don't know of this Michael of which you speak. I see no Michael anywhere here at the Scum Bar, but I, in fact, am former Monkey Island cannibal turned pirate, Melon. You may call me Sir Melon, or just Melon. In fact,
Sir Melon,
just call me Melon. I'm not actually a Sir.
Michael the Muted Melon, yes.
Yes.
Wonderful.
Muted.
As always, we're
mutiny.
What?
Careful
What?
with the word mute, because it can go into the word mutiny. So
Mutant. Oh, right, yeah. Not the mutinous melon. The muted melon.
No, I'm definitely nope. I definitely have no plans of mutiny. None whatsoever.
That is one good-looking melon, says Tree of Dave. Yes, and down in that corner of the overlay, we are joined by Myri. Who are you, Myri? Where can people find you?
Hi, I'm Myri, and I'm a professional DM, author, YouTuber, everything that pays me for some reason in Germany. So all my content, or like 99% of my content, is German. So not great idea to send you over because you're not going to understand a word.
Hey,
of
a
it.
lot. You'd be surprised. A significant portion of my fandom is in Germany, as I'm finding out from because I'm going to be traveling a lot later this year, and I'm putting the announcements out like, hey, I'm going to be in this city, or I'm going to be in this city, and a bunch of the comments are like, are you ever going to go to Germany? I am. I'm going to Germany in August this year. Yes. So look out for that.
If you
we should meet
if
up
you need
and
someone
do
to show
some
you
collabs or
around
something,
and to introduce you to everyone in the German scene, bring me up.
Hell yeah,
I'd be
hell yeah,
happy
we'll
to.
do. And I'm
We'll do
Robert
the same
Hartley,
for
GM.
Michael.
Anybody who's here from the these wonderful people's communities, I'm Robert Hartley. I'm a full-time games master, content creator for TTRPGs, and I'm a big, long-time fan of the Monkey Island series. So, I have taken a Monkey Island one-shot that we ran over, with Myri running the game over on Dead Aussie Gamers channel about a year and a half ago. And at that time, I said, that was so much fun, I want to run one as well. And it has literally taken a year and a half for us to get any kind of time that it all actually works out, because all 5 of us are in completely different time zones around the world. If you took the globe and you divided it equally into 5, there's one of us in every one of those 5 sections, it seems, which has made it very difficult for us to get together. Myri has been the one to bite the bullet here and stayed up until 5:43 in the morning to play this. So we better jump into it, shall we? So the rules of the game. There are no hit points because there is no death. Monkey Island is a PG game. Everyone starts with 1 item in their inventory associated to their character, and you can pick up dozens more of items. There is no limit on your inventory size. In any scene that you're in throughout the game, you can choose to search for any items to pick up, and as per the Monkey Island point-and-click game, the items will feel very random. That's because they will be. They are generated with a random noun generator. Then after you roll a noun, you roll a d20, and I'll give it an adjective. So, for instance, you might get a broken duck, or you might pick up a pathetic chest, or a wet umbrella, or a tiny tube of toothpaste, for instance. However, here's the caveat. Your items might be useful to solving puzzles as per your discretion. You are allowed to have a maximum of 1 red herring item by the end of the game. Monkey Island, usually, all of the items you pick up happen to be used in some sort of solving of a puzzle, which means that everything that you pick up, all but 1 of them, I'll allow you one item of leeway. All but 1 of the items you pick up must be used by the end of the game. So if you pick up a flaming locket, you have to find a way to use a flaming locket in the solving of a puzzle at some point during the game. So it's all about your creativity and imagination, I suppose. This game
happens
is.
If we don't use them?
Then you lose, I guess. I don't know. It's just an added. I come around to your house and I kill you in real life. You just lose the game.
Very expensive, seeing how far away we all are.
Yes.
I can find you.
I want to die.
That's the only reason that I'm doing my my private sanctum in-game travel this year. Is just because I'm going around the world killing people who have failed at my games before.
But the
this game is.
There's no death mechanic.
There's no death mechanic. Damn it! I can't kill you in the game.
Die when we maybe embarrassment for having.
I'll just
not
hold
used
you.
all our
Look.
items.
There is 1 death in the series of Monkey Island. There is one way your character can die, and it is by getting thrown into the water in, I think, the first game. Guybrush Threepwood, Mighty Pirate, often touts that he can hold his breath for 10 minutes. If you stay in the water without solving the puzzle to escape for 10 minutes and 1 second, you do die, and it's the only way to die in the Monkey Island series, as far as I know. So I'll come around to your house and I'll just hold your head underwater for 10 minutes. That's what I'll do. Anyway, this is taking a weirdly dark turn. Jesus. Just use the items I give you. That's all. All right. If you try to use one of the items, usually if you're being creative enough, I'll just let it happen. But if I decide that you're breezing through the puzzles a little quickly, I might roll a dice to see if it actually works or not. And this is to emulate the frustrating feeling that we've all had in the Monkey Island games, where you are 100% guaranteed that this item must solve this particular solution. And then you try it and it's like, I don't know how that could work here. And you're left going, what do you mean? It was the thing that I needed. And so sometimes I might just throw that in there by forcing you to roll to see if it actually works.
I also want to take a moment to out Rob on this. Rob is the only one who's experienced that during the game, and who I have had the absolute delight of seeing him experience that live during an escape room. There is nothing in the world funnier than watching Rob lose his shit because he thinks he solved a puzzle.
It made sense. Look, the things on the wall made sense. We're not getting into it. There was no reason that what I tried shouldn't have worked.
Now imagine that half the puzzles are about puns and you're playing a dubbed version.
Yeah. The infamous monkey wrench solution in one of the puzzles where you have to get a monkey to form the shape of a wrench so that you can use it.
Yeah.
Oh god, terrible. So, that's pretty much all you need to know. There is no combat in the game, or if there is, it's solved through insult sword fighting, rather than actual like rolling dice and things. If your comeback is witty enough, then it's a hit, as it were, and if it also rhymes and is witty, then even better. It's a crit, essentially. So, let's jump into it, fellow pirates. Somewhere in the Caribbean, the titles Monkey Island appear over a beautiful tropical island. As the camera starts to drop lower towards the island, a giant stone monkey head on the east side of the island seemingly explodes in a huge green mushroom cloud of voodoo magic. Flying upwards from the explosion is a little monkey that splats directly into the screen and slides slowly off the bottom, leaving behind the word Madness. As Monkey Island Madness starts to fade from the screen, we drop down to the stone monkey head, where we see its mouth open and a giant Q-tip in its ear. Its mouth and nose are spewing forth plumes of green voodoo, and we hear a voice echoing up from the deep beneath the ground. Yah-har! It finally worked! No longer shall I be suffering the downfall of having an incorporeal body! No longer the torment of demon flames! I shall never again have to wonder where my limbs went after decaying away! I'm finally human again! And we see a skeleton quartermaster with a sheepish look on his face. Captain LeChuck, sir, you might want to look at this. And he hands him a little mirror. We see an image in the mirror of Captain Pirate LeChuck. However, although he is indeed returned to life, he is returned to life as a mutant. He fumes in anger, rages, and starts to break things. You see the quartermaster's head get bounced off of a wall, and then his skeleton body has to scroll around to try and find it. Picks the head up and puts it back on. Sorry, Captain Pirate LeChuck, sir. How did this happen? Well, I don't know. And he picks up a bottle that says back to life on the front, and he looks at the label and he says, "The voodoo lady said that this would work." And voodoo lady? She hates me! Why would you trust what she says? And the guy sheepishly, skeleton hands clacking against the glass of the bottle, turns it around, looks at the label, and he says, I suppose she might have tricked us, Captain, sir. It does say, in case of unwanted side effects, there is a secret treasure that would solve any unwanted side effect. It's called Whoop-de-doo. Apparently it's like Big Whoop, but like Big Whoop 2. I be finding that, and then it's your head bit. And he storms out of the stone monkey head out onto Monkey Island. You see him get into a dinghy and start to row out to his anchored ship nearby. And as Captain Mutant Pirate LeChuck starts to head off into the Caribbean to try and find and seek out this treasure of Whoop-de-doo, you see the title page come up again, Monkey Island Madness. And then as it fades away, where are each of you found on Monkey Island? That's right, we're starting on Monkey Island this game. Where are you? Let's start with, I think Michael. We know where you are, right? Whereabouts on the island are you?
Yes, well, clearly I am with my fellow island cannibals, talking to my dear mother and father. Mother, father, we have spoken many times about our progressive nature and how that we have followed suit in becoming vegan and healthy-minded cannibals that are now vegan cannibals, but gosh darn it, I can't stay confined to your ways any longer. I wish to set sail on the high seas and become a pirate of my own. No longer shall I be known as your melon boy, but I shall set forth to become a melon man.
as your father, a pumpkin, pumpkin-headed cannibal steps forward and says, "My boy, I've always been proud of you. What is it that is driving you away from this island, though? We have everything here. You can be a man in my eyes."
I can't have everything, father. Not while I live in the shadow of veganism. I need to discover my own way of life. Be that as a cannibal, eating real human flesh, or eating a substitute tofu blend. Synthetic human.
Your
But
mother
I have
steps
to find
forward.
this out myself.
Your mother steps forward, a lime, of course, hence the green pumpkin head that you have on. And she says, "But my boy, how will you get off the island? There's only one ship, and LeChuck has just taken it."
He has, oh damn. Well, that's okay, because I am a very resourceful melon man. You have taught me many things about how to deal with pirates and the like, and I'm sure that by donning this spruce hat, I will be able to blend in amongst them and journey to the high seas.
As you realise that your dialogue options have gotten to the last one, which is just, "I better be off now."
I better be off now.
"Well, take care. If I can't convince you to stay." And then your parents turn and walk away. We see, let's go with Ashlyn. Where are you? Where's Penny?
Oh, Penny is right outside her shop, just yelling to the crowd.
So
And I step right up to
yeah,
Penelope's previously plundered peg legs, guaranteed to give you a leg up on the competition.
the cannibal village has sort of expanded a little bit now. It's not just the sort of simple huts that we saw in the early games. It's now gotten a little bit more developed ever since the arrival of the theme park and whatnot. There's been more tourism to the Monkey Island, and so there's a shop outside now that's selling peg legs. There's also directly across from you, Penny. There's Stan's shop, and Stan is waving his arms and gesticulating wildly, and he's offering. He says, "Oh, what was Stan's voice? I haven't seen.
It was very similar to this
I
one.
was just about to say. I was like, I swear, like if I'm just gonna do it again, I was just gonna copy the same voice, and I'm like, is that because that's Stan's voice, or am I just influenced? Stan is, and he goes, "Stan, come to Stan's eye patches. You don't need leg pegs. You need eye patches and and hook hands. If you want pirate accessories, you can get around on 2 feet just fine." And he's trying to pull some of your business away from you, Penny.
As Penny sees this, lifts up little peg legs that have, like, they're hollow entirely inside. It's like, "Fear not, you do not need to have experienced any sort of limb detachment in order to benefit from our spectacular peg legs. They may be secondhand, but they have all of the salty taste of the high seas."
One of the cannibals, the villager cannibals, walks past and says, "Give it a rest, you two. Nobody wants your accessories. There's not enough pirates here to sustain 2 businesses like this." And he leaves, and Stan turns to you and says, "You know, I think he might be right. I think it might be time for old Stan to head out and find another island." And as he sort of turns around and starts to pack up his shop, you realise that he might indeed be right. It has been a long time since you've sold any peg legs. It might be time for you to hit the sea and start visiting some of the other Caribbean islands. Maybe even become a travelling salesman, as it were.
Certainly make it easier to find the plundered peg legs.
And of course, it would also be much easier to do so if there was any way off of this island. It seems that you turn towards the coast to see Captain Pirate LeChuck just sailing away on the one working ship.
Well, that is a minor problem that we obviously can find a solution for.
We're gonna head over to see. Let's go with Puke. Where are we finding Puke?
Okay, so you find Puke in a more like rocky area away from town. There with the person that's training them, Master Yodeler. Master Yodeler is here teaching me how to sword fight, but also how to calm my mind. And I'm also here with my item that I've chosen, which is a what do they call them? Mannequin, but it's missing its legs, and it's only the head, one arm, and the body, and it's all made out of oak. Yeah,
Made out of oat.
Oak wood.
Oak wood, not oat.
Yeah.
Made out of oats. Okay.
Oats,
An oak mannequin that's just the torso, the head, and one of the arms.
Yeah, so it's 3 pieces of oak. So
Right, got it.
Yeah. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to look to Master Yodeler. You're playing the Master Yodeler.
Yeah.
It is. Yes.
Playing Master Yodeler, I am.
Let me try again, Master Yodeler. Yodel. I don't think I can.
You've got your dialogue options comes up as Yodel, yay, ooh.
Yeah.
You gotta click them all in the right
Let me
option.
just see.
Yodel, hey, ooh.
Yodel, ooh. What do you think, Master?
Must try harder. Must try harder. Must you to yodel better. And
I will.
must you travel to it's been too long since I watched Star Wars, so I can't pull the references to mind quickly enough.
I could have
What is
warned
the-
you. I could have.
What was the where's the place? It's Dagobah. Dagobah's the place where he meets Yoda.
Yeah.
Where's the place where he goes? Because it's not Dagobah where he chops off his own head, is it? Or is that still Dagobah? Where he
it's
fights
still
himself?
Dagobah.
Is that still Dagobah?
Yeah.
Okay. He says, "Must you travel to the cave? The cave of." Go on.
Head. Yeah. Head to the bar.
You must head. Yes.
Fine.
You must you head to the island of Bagoda. Bagoda. You need to head to Bagoda, the island in the Caribbean, where you will enter the cave of yodeling echoes, where you will find the echo of your own yodel and be able to fight against it. Learn the
sword.
insults needed.
Yep. That's what we're doing.
And you've been given your
All right,
quest
Master
to
Yoda.
head out into the
I'm gonna pick up C.
Caribbean.
Is the name of my mannequin? Come on, C. Let's go.
You pick him
C.
up. Just 3, because he's on only 3
There's
pieces.
3
of
pieces of oak. So
Yeah.
C.
Yeah,
3 pieces
C,
of oak.
3 pieces of oak.
C. Yep.
You
LucasArts. I did it.
You did.
Yeah, I did
LucasArts.
LucasArts, yeah.
George LucasArts.
Yeah.
You head out from your Master Yodeler to find your way into the Caribbean, seeing the one ship that is available for chartering is being sailed away by mutant pirate LeChuck. And as you look on in disappointment, Myri, where do we find Maureen?
On the beach, probably, right?
Yeah.
Right where everyone is looking, there's a tiny speck of bone being dragged across the sand by a hermit crab. No, don't drop me right now. This is very oh, no, not the eyes,
You've got dialogue options that come up that are persuade, intimidate, bribe. You've got to try and choose how to get this hermit crab to drop you.
I'll try to persuade the crab. Please. No, look, I'm not a very good home for you. I'm talking all the time, and I'm singing when I'm thinking, and you'll be annoyed with me, and birds are going to try and eat you because
it scratches you and like pushes you over and like exposes the under part of you. You've now just got intimidate or bribe as your options to choose.
I'll try bribe. Maybe you are looking for a way to better yourself, to work on yourself. I can recommend a very good library, and I have a library card, a working library card. And there you can probably find lots of books about how to build your own shelter.
It scuttles up your face and into one of your eye sockets and tries to like wriggle its butt in there, see if it can fit in there first. And you've only got intimidate.
Get out of my skull!
As it seems to that one also seems to not work. It seems to go down and like makes a little nest in your mouth, and then a new dialogue option appears. It just says bite.
Jump.
There's just like a crunch noise, and then you see these little like crab legs just kind of out of the mouth. If only your body was anywhere around. How did Maureen come to be found on the beach in this way?
Well, she actually was one of the skeletons working for LeChuck. She's a former librarian. She wanted to have a nice day out in the park, in the amusement park, and was suddenly dropped in lava.
Oh,
And
dear.
since then, she's been a skeleton, and with the explosion, she is now reduced to just being a head. So she's still getting used to it and trying to move herself along the beach by just kind of using her jaw.
Scratching his way along, and it's taken you several hours to get along the beach as far as you have. At this point, though, we see your head sort of scratching, and then thunk, your head hits what seems to be the bottom of a boot, and you look up and see Melon. Melon, you're standing on the beach by a disembodied head, and you hear coming down the beach towards you Puke and Penny as well. And as the four of you arrive on the beach on the south of Monkey Island, we start. You get gameplay proper, and you start to be able to look around the scene. We know what Puke's item of choice was. What has everybody else started the game with?
Well,
A library
Melon,
card.
You've got a library
library
card. Nice. Melon, what you got?
Melon has a limited edition Monkey Island Carnival popcorn tin with crazy straw, now vegan.
Of course he does. Of course he does. A crazy straw vegan limited edition LeChuck special cup. Penny, what did you start with?
Penny has a medical reference book of sailors and pirates with recent amputations for market research.
Nice. A market research book of recently amputated pirates. You're gonna have to use that by the end of the day, end of the session. All right.
Yep.
You look at the map of Monkey Island. One of you opens up the map of the island. You see that there are 6 distinct areas that you can go to at any time. There's the beach. There's the big head. There's the volcano. There's the canyon. There's the cannibals' village. And there's the mountain. You're currently on the beach. What do you guys want to do?
I can't quite see.
I'm
I'd like
gonna
to lift
reach
up-
down.
Oh, yep.
We both reach at the same time. We're just
Yeah.
like, this is,
Thank you. Thank you very much, dearies.
we're both holding it.
Yeah. Oh, this is proper comfortable. Yeah, we're very nice. Oh, we have very soft hands.
And I'll let you have it. Just awkwardly that just.
Oh, thank you.
The
Hello.
vibration of the chin while talking is very strange.
Oh, I'll try to move my jaw as little as
Oh,
possible.
no, you're perfectly fine.
Oh,
Please.
Oh, thank you. Hello. Oh, aren't you the lady selling the bag legs?
I am. You seem to be in need of many, many body parts.
Oh yes, that is true. I have lost most of them. I think bag legs won't be of much use for me. I'll be. Oh no, I'll be a cephalopod. You know. Legs directly attached. Yeah. Well,
That could work. Hey, never say never. There is a leg for every body.
oh, yeah. Where shall
Body
we
might
go?
be necessary, though.
Speaking of,
Well, I
like,
sure hope so. The leg is the best bit.
you're a melon.
I am Melon. Indeed. Very astute of your observation, Mr.
Puke. Puke plank talker.
Puke.
Actually, I recognize you. You get a lot of wood from my family farm.
I bet he gets a lot of wood from your family.
No.
I was talking to Penny, but
Oh, well. Well,
Well,
maybe
wood
she
is
does
a very
too.
used commodity here, given most of the buildings are made of wood.
That's why
Wood
plank
taken
farming
from
was
my
very.
people.
That's why plank farming was very lucrative.
yeah, Puke could be very rich. Doesn't really care about money. We'll find out.
Your parents named you Puke.
Yes.
Why?
What are you? Why did they call you? What are your names?
My name is Melon.
Why did they call you Melon?
Because I wear a melon on my head.
Oh,
Then I guess it's because I puked as a baby. That makes sense. Wait, what would you call me?
I don't know, Woody?
Woody?
I don't. Well, haven't known you for long enough to decide yet. But I can recommend a very good book for baby names.
Oh, why is that? How? Well, tell me about you, talking skull.
I used to be a librarian, and I still love books and recommending books. Do you read?
No.
Oh, well, then I'd also have to recommend someone to teach you how to read.
Can you teach me how to read?
We can try. It would
there
be
any-
very
I look
interesting to
around.
try without hands to draw anything.
I look around for something to read, and then I see the. Do you have your item out in the open, Melon?
My item, it's on my little hip waist thing. It's like a fanny pack, one of those, like, you know,
Oh, no.
one of the ones from, like, you know, Scum Island. It's got little buckles. It's got a little bangle thing here.
Does it have letters on it?
Well, yes, it says Monkey Island.
What's that one? I point to one of the letters.
That's a Y.
What's that one?
That's an O.
What's that one?
Okay,
That
we're not
is
going to
just
spend
a
the
squiggle.
entire day pointing at my crotch.
The dialogue options right now is like, what's that
It's
one?
just.
And I'm just
What's that
gonna-
one?
yeah.
What's that one?
And,
What's
and
that
that
one?
is
You
his
just keep
belly
it-
button.
And it's just, and the answer is always just MONKE.
Why?
Just help.
That is a very Monkey Island thing to do. To be like, you
Yeah,
have to exhaust every one of multiple dialogue options to get like a very small joke at the very end of it. Eventually, you go through the entire thing. You've pointed out every different every different letter on this this case.
You can now read the word monkey.
Monkey.
Hopefully.
There you go.
Future dialogue option. Yeah.
And then started pointing at all the body parts, and eventually becomes a song of, like, the knee bone connected to the leg bone.
So
Well, I'm not
eventually,
sure about. Oh yes, I was going to
Go
say
on.
I'm not
No,
sure
you-
about you all, but I'm looking for a ship to try and leave Monkey Island, for I am on a quest of manhood.
Aren't we?
Melonhood.
Oh, wait. Were we on Monkey Island?
you are
We are
you're
on
on
Monkey
Monkey
Island.
We
In
are on
fact,
Monkey Island.
I have a cup here that tells us where we are.
Okay, cool.
As you are
Changes
looking
when we
for,
change islands.
you realise that yes, you are all on a quest to leave Monkey Island, and without a ship, at least you have a crew. So you working together might be able to crew your own ship if you can just put one together. If you can find the parts needed to make a ship, something seaworthy, find the base of a ship and then fix it up, perhaps you'll be able to get off Monkey Island. What do you want to do?
I'm gonna look for an item on the beach.
All right, you look around
Right
and
here.
you see right by your feet, half buried in the sand, you see a suitcase. Can I have a d20 roll, please, just to see if it's got an adjective associated?
Natural 20. Not kidding. What?
All right, well, it is. There is no associated adjective for this one. It is just a suitcase. You find a suitcase.
Do you think it suits me?
Depends on where you want to go. It's a case-by-case thing.
All right. Well, let's try and make this brief. What's next?
Do you
what
want
do
to
you want
open
to
it?
do? Do you want to open suitcase?
Yeah, let's open it.
All right.
Oh, that's a good idea.
You open suitcase and you find. Roll me a d20.
Rolling. 11.
You find a belt inside of the suitcase.
I have a belt and a suitcase. You know,
I'd like to
we
talk
could
to
actually.
the suitcase.
Does the suitcase
What?
talk back?
You talk. Oh, you talk to the suitcase. You'd like to talk to a suitcase. You have dialogue options that do not have responses to them, but you can hold an entire conversation with a one-sided conversation with the suitcase.
Hello, Mr. Briefcase. I don't suppose you want to leave Monkey Island.
The response is just ...
Ellipses, yeah.
Well, that's okay. Your secret's safe with me. Together we shall flee Monkey Island, and we shall gather as much as we can. You shall be the first mate. I shall call you Sir Briefington. ... Very well. Come, Sir Briefington.
Well, I best be
Well,
off.
we
Is
did
the
it.
last of the dialogue.
Yeah.
I'm going to say then, maybe we could use the belt to help you, Skull friend. Do you have a name?
Oh, yes, I do. It's Maureen.
Maureen. We could loop it through your eyes, and then we could
No.
carry you. Or maybe we could tie it around your cranium. Is that?
That is correct. Yes. Ooh. You can't read, but
Can't
but
read,
you
but
know
knows his
quite
anatomy.
some words.
I have people.
Yes.
I've listened to many books being read to me.
Oh.
You try use belt with Maureen. Maureen, does it work? What happens?
Yeah.
It wraps it around, and now you have a carrying device to more
All right.
more dignified fashion. Carry Maureen around. You can also sling her over a shoulder and just carry her around like a handbag or something now.
Ooh.
So what else? What are the rest of you doing? You're
Like
looking
the,
at
the,
it, you're all
the
strapped
the
in.
carnival.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
exactly.
hand it over to Penny. You get Penny.
The whole
Give Maureen on belt to Penny.
just gonna sway Maureen back and forth.
I'm turning. Oh, yeah. No, turning back.
Yep,
Thank you.
yep.
Thank you. Yes.
Yep, yep.
This is very good. I've had enough of feet and knees.
What are the rest of you doing? Where are you going to find the basis
Right.
for a ship somewhere on this
We need
island?
a ship. We need a ship. I know a place. We can get a lot of wood. There's wood everywhere. Did we maybe nails?
Might need some sort of cloth type items.
Oh yes.
Maybe we put a bunch of eye patches together. I know someone who has a bunch of eye patches, though I don't particularly want to give him my.
What was the 6 locations again? We had the beach, the Big Head, the Cannibal Village.
Yes, big
Volcano mountain.
Correct. Beach, Big Head, Volcano Mountain, Canyon, and Cannibal Village.
So, where is this place of the lots of wood?
We could just take the planks from town, or we can. We could.
You
probably-
could cannibalize the Cannibal Village. Take apart the
Yeah,
buildings.
we
Use
could-
the planks from it.
Well, that's true, but you see, even though we don't eat people anymore, we still beat the snot out of them for taking our stuff.
And Penny, do you have any wooden apparati, things at your store that we could use?
I have plenty of wood in various semi-spherical tubular devices.
All right, it sounds like we got all the things that we need to make this happen.
So you're going to head to Cannibal
Didn't
Village?
I was going to say, didn't old Stan have a shipyard in the middle of Monkey Island?
No, that was in
he's
Melee Island.
repurposed it. He's recently gotten into the eye patch business. A horrible decision, really.
Right. Okay, well, we can certainly go to Cannibal Village and see if we can steal something from dear old Daddy. Or maybe we could roam around the canyon and see if we can find some wood there.
We could use my friend here. What do you say? See, we got some wood here. I rattle it. This is the point where the dialogue option may come up.
The dialogue option comes up. I'm not sure that's useful here.
All right, put it away for now. We've got. We should just choose one.
Where are you going? Make a choice.
The beach.
Beach. You're on the
We are
beach.
at
Good
the
good
beach.
choice,
I
dickhead.
choose the beach again.
You choose the beach, and your characters all walk to the left of the camera. You see your characters walk off into the forest, and then the camera sort of
Come all the
pans
way
right, and then it sees you walk back on, and your characters look at each other and go, "How did we end up here?" And
This
then you're
seems to
back
be
in
some
the
sort
scene.
of puzzle. I do the beach again.
Again, you just it just
Look it.
repeats and it comes back
I
on.
think on the second screen we should have turned right.
All right, so let's do the beach and turn right.
Off of the camera into the forest. You enter into one of those classic Monkey Island like T-junction things where you can only get through it if you have the right map. You follow your way through. Where are you heading? Are you going to the cannibal village or the canyon?
Heading
Or
is a good
anywhere
word.
other than the fucking
We
beach?
haven't chosen
All right, let's go to the cannibal village. Let's go to the cannibal.
Cannibal Village.
Okay.
You just came from there as well. Your
You-
big proclamation as
You
well.
you head to Cannibal Village. You see that it's in like one of those panning one single scene, but it's like panning right across to the right hand side of the camera. The scene is Penny's shop and Stan's shop just opposite each other, and then to the left side of the screen is the beginnings of the Cannibal Village itself. So you walk on from the right hand side just by Penny's shop and Stan's shop, and you can see that Stan is still there, just finishing packing his stuff away, just doing the same animation as putting eye patches down into a big old suitcase.
So this is the end of the standoff.
Outstanding.
What do you
Be
do?
bigger.
So Stan's here.
What do you
Oh,
do? You're looking around. You're finding someone to talk to. What's your plan?
I'll look for another item.
Look for another item. All right, you will find roll me a d20.
D20 rolled 10.
A 10. Oh, that does have an adjective to it then. Where's my adjective table gone? You find an impressive heart. It seems to be...
This is an impressive
No, like
heart.
a heart. An actual heart, but it's not a love heart. It's an actual anatomical heart. You find a heart that is impressive, whatever that means. And you find it underneath one of you find it in a dustbin outside one of the cannibal village houses.
Oh,
Hey, Maureen, does this belong to you?
No. I'm pretty sure that's not mine. This looks into good health. But who throws away a heart?
Perfectly
I
good
mean-
heart.
Isn't that one of the best parts?
Oh well, it is. It depends. I mean, obviously it wasn't vegan, so.
Oh,
I
no,
mean-
wait. There is a discussion to be had whether humans are vegan. Because
Well-
there's no animal cruelty involved.
Oh yes, but it's so fatty and so terrible for the. I mean, look at me. Ever since we began living a vegan lifestyle, we've become more lean and trim, and our life expectancy has increased tenfold.
Yeah, I can see.
Well, I'm glad that you have a heart. But I have the heart. Okay.
Take heart.
You do have the heart.
I'm a hearties.
I'm going to look around to see if there's someone to talk to.
All right. Well, there's Stan and there's a couple of islanders that aren't your parents. And there's also a monkey that's just like hanging about as well.
I will talk to the monkey.
Knew it. Just won $100.
Yep.
You go over and you talk to monkey, and the monkey turns around.
All right, now see here, monkey. I am the captain of a great and terrible crew of pirates, and you will join my crew or suffer painful recourse. That's what I like to hear, monkey. I pick up monkey.
You go to pick up monkey. Monkey bites you. You drop the monkey, and the monkey scurries back to where it was.
Dang it! You win this round, tiny marsupial.
I'm going to use the briefcase.
Marsupial.
I'll use the briefcase or the case with the monkey.
Okay, use briefcase on monkey to try and trap it inside.
Because I'm all about the monkey business. Let's go.
You use briefcase with monkey. It turns around and you capture it in the case. There's a brief animation of like monkey hands sort of coming out and before you zip the case up, and you now have an item called monkey in suitcase.
I do. I hand it over to Melon. There you go.
I accept his monkey business.
You've now got the item in your inventory, monkey in briefcase.
Monkey and briefcase. This is just best, guys.
All right, we have made progress.
What, me? Have you? Have you? Because
this
I
is
told
how
you
we
you got to
get back.
find some way of making your way
I
off
go
of
over
this
to
island.
Stand,
All right,
stand
now hold
and-
on. I think I've got an idea. All right. Now, listen. Penny, I have an idea, but it's going to require a salesman's tact. I believe we might be able to procure these eye patches from Stan if we provide him with a new and more lucrative business opportunity. And I say, patting onto the briefcase.
So
I
you
mean,
gotta.
we are always in the market for new and exciting opportunities.
Excellent, excellent. If we can convince Stan about these business opportunities, I think we might be able to, you know, get his eye patches.
I hate this.
I can't tell if that was a purposeful wink or not, but it was.
That one was a purposeful wink, but I cannot tell you how hard I have to wink to make that happen and not just start freaking out.
It's very impressive.
I didn't-
So
I
your
didn't-
your intention is
I
go speak with Stan.
Yes, I would
like,
like
give
to
him the-
talk Stan.
You will notice as well that the briefcase that he is putting his suitcase, that he's putting all of his eye patches into, does resemble very similarly the suitcase that you now have a monkey in. Penny, you go up and you talk with Stan, and he turns around and says, "Ahoy there! Well, welcome to Stan's eye patch. Oh, it's you."
Oh yes, how is your packing going?
My packing's going wonderfully. How about your own?
Oh, excellent, excellent, excellent. Have you been able to find yourself a ship?
I've not found a ship yet, but I'm busying myself with packing up my belongings first. You should probably do the same.
Is he, while we're having this whole dialogue, is he turned away from his briefcase?
He's turned away from it slightly, enough for Melon to walk over and try use monkey and briefcase with Stan's briefcase. And as he does, he goes, "Hey, stop that! That's my belongings!" And then he turns back to you. Seems like you're going to have to do something better to distract him, or more appropriately distract him.
Someone should do a sexy dance. I've heard that's very distracting to most people.
Oh, okay, Maureen. I do the sexy dance straight away without problem.
Immediately just start to do a sexy dance. Use sexy dance on Stan. I'll see.
Tell me what the sexy
This
dance
is one of
looks
those.
like.
This is going to be one of those that I'm going to roll to see if it works. In fact, tell you what I'm going to do is I'm going to have you roll, Dread, if you've got any dice. I'm going to give you a. I'm going to make it a d6. So roll a d6, and you've got to roll a 1, 2, or 3 for it to work.
Rolling. Oh no, I got the 5.
No, unfortunately, sexy dance is not distracting enough for Stan. You see him go, what an interesting friend you're hanging around with, Penny. And then Malin tries again, and he says, "Hey, I thought I told you. Those are my things." And then he turns back.
Yep. I would like to use Maureen on a on the belt to
Use
try and
belt
like
on Maureen.
hypnyes
To
Stan.
hypnotize Stan.
oh, yes.
Alright.
Look
like this
into
idea.
my eyes. Look into past me.
Here on the
Look
beach.
directly in my eyes. You are becoming very, very tired.
I have
You
been
do
working hard
not-
lately.
Oh, yes. You need a break.
Takes a lot of
You are
energy to
not
move your
looking
arms as
at
much
your
as I do.
briefcase.
You see him start to droop, and then after a
at
very brief
me.
animation, you see his head drop, and then some Z's start to come out of his mouth.
Very good. Now, very quietly. No, Melon fell asleep too. Oh, gosh darn it.
The sexy dancing puke and Melon are both now asleep. You now need to find some way of waking these two up without waking Stan up. Stan is still moving his arms.
Me.
I'd like to look around and see if there's any
All right.
items.
Make me roll me a d20.
2.
You find poking out of the 2. Let's have a look. Which is the 2? I think that's a large. Oh yes, a large. You find poking out of the nearby forest a large gown. It seems to have caught on a bush of some kind. A very large gown.
A large gown.
Yes.
Cool. I will take the large gown.
Okay. You have large gown in your inventory.
Cool. Can I? Melon had the suitcase out. Can I use
yes,
the monkey suitcase with the suitcase and then
take monkey
try and
suitcase
push?
from Melon. Use monkey and suitcase with eye patch suitcase. You now have suitcase full of eye patches.
I am going just like interact with Melon, interact with Puke.
Melon, you get slapped away. Puke, you get slapped away.
Oh my!
Half price.
You yodel?
I do. I am training at least. I was told
Yodeling?
that
In the Caribbean?
yeah. I'm learning from Master
that-
Yodeler.
Ooh. There's a German yodel master somewhere around here.
In a cave?
Yes, there is. My father was trying to give me
yes, there is.
debating lessons with the master on Melee Island, but we can't talk about him.
You got arrested.
Aw. He did.
So, what do you have?
well,
You have a
the,
suitcase full of eye
briefcase
patches
full of
and
eye
a large
patches.
gown. What do you want?
Wonderful work!
I do have the feeling that the large gown will be more appropriate to be our sail than the eye patches.
Stitching a bunch of eye patches together. I did wonder that when I rolled the random item. I was like, oh, okay.
Oh, well, that helps.
The eye patches can
patches
be
you can.
our rigging.
Makes
Oh,
sense. You got
yes,
a lot of
all
string.
the- all the
a lot of
strings.
string.
Yeah.
Eye patches.
Yes, yes.
You still so now you might have a potential sail and rigging, and that's literally all you have of this ship, which is meant to just be Act 1 of this session. What the fuck are you guys doing?
And I have a heart.
And you have an impressive
I
heart.
have an impressive human heart.
All right. I think we should
Maybe.
try... Oh, yes, sorry. No, you go.
Oh no, I was thinking about maybe we can exchange the heart for wood with the cannibals. You know,
Makes sense.
Could do.
Yes.
They
We
have a
could
lot of wood.
try.
You walk further into the village then, and the camera pans along with you. You see the forest behind and the cannibal huts and such. You see like a shrine that the cannibals have, and you see a large pile of planks. And and there's like a little delivery notice pinned to it that says from Puke's Plank Farm. And there's a guy standing over it like a foreman who's got a hammer in his hand. And he's just kind of standing by the planks.
Hello. Hi.
He turns around to you. You see he's got a giant pear on his head.
Nice to meet you. I just wanted to have a heart-to-heart. Can we... I need these planks.
These planks are needed for the renovations of the village.
Right. What options do I have dialogue-wise?
What do you want? I reckon you're not very intimidating guy. Maureen would be the one
No,
to
no.
have an intimidation option. I reckon. You don't have the salesman sleazy kind of options that Penny
No.
would have.
innocent.
You don't have like the I know the guy so I can go the I'm just a member of the village kind of guy that Melon would. So I reckon
Yeah.
you have a dialogue option that is to do with but I gave you these planks, or these planks are from my farm, or something like that.
Yeah.
You also have
Yeah.
like offer him offer him like a bribe, or offer to buy them, or something.
Yeah.
Oh, can you say that there's something wrong with the planks?
There's something, yeah. It imply that there's something wrong with the planks. They need to be inspected.
Inspected. I'm the plank inspector from Puke's Plank Farm, and these planks are not in tip-top shape. I need to take them back to the farm right away.
Well, then you need to bring us a. You need to bring us. I was going to do the stand thing.
Oh, right.
Well, then you
I
need to
saw
bring
this
us a
before.
replacement.
Oh, I can do that.
I can't let these planks go until I've got the replacements for them.
Right.
And then he turns
Well, I
his
have a
back
good
on you.
idea. Just quickly, though. Okay. Turn back and just like end of dialogue. I go back.
You can restart dialogue again. That's just how it goes in Monkey
Do you
Island.
have any like defective peg legs that you're trying to get rid of? Like bottom barrel, just don't need? Because if we can bring them here, It could be a good replacement for those very fine planks.
Can I take out my my book of people who have
Sure.
amputations
Yeah.
and see if I have like listings of
Yeah.
peg legs available?
Exactly. You examine book of recent amputations, and you flick through the pages and you learn the locations of various people who ordered peg legs, and you see that one of them has ordered 1,000 peg legs, and it says underneath it was probably an administrative error, wrote too many zeros. And you know that they live. It's signed Herman. It's signed Herman Toothrot, it's south of the mountain on Monkey Island.
Cool. Seems like we need to make a stop at Herman Toothrot.
Let's go there.
Oh,
All right.
Before we do, I look for an item.
You press before you go. You look for an item. Okay. Roll me a d20.
You give me a button. I'm gonna push it, Rob. We know this about me.
Man, why not?
Yeah. Natural
He's gonna
20.
end up with so many.
Another 20. You no word of a lie. You find a melon. you find a melon,
top?
and with a nat 20, it doesn't.
Melon, baby?
Just fine. It just
Son.
looks like a rock melon and does not have a face on it.
oh.
But hey, you could carve a
okay.
face onto it if you find something sharp. You head
It
to
must
the
be
ed-
very young.
you head to the edge of the screen and hit mountains, and you see your little avatars start to move across the Monkey Island. Eventually, you get to the mountains, and you enter the new scene with the rock face that leads up to the mountains to another scene up the top. But down here at the base of the mountain, you see a little Herman Toothrot's hut at the base of the mountain there, and you see just outside of it 1,000 peg legs in a pile.
Oh, that's handy or leggy.
I go to pick up the peg leg pile.
I also go to pick up the peg leg.
Go to
pile.
peg leg. You pick up a peg leg. You can add it to your inventory. It says peg leg, and then you pick up another, and it says peg legs. And you pick up a third, and it says multiple peg legs. And then you pick up a fourth, and your dialogue comes up saying, "This is too many peg legs for me to carry."
Yeah.
After you've picked up 3 peg legs, it just says, "I've already got 3 peg legs."
Okay.
Which implies that there's something I need specifically 3 peg legs.
Yeah.
All right.
Have you gentle people heard of rafting?
Rafting? I know the word cranium, but not rafting.
That is very
What's rafting?
interesting, and I would like to talk to your teacher, young person. But I would really like to talk to your teacher because he also knows yodeling. It's very interesting.
We can go there next. Like he, really wise and,
lives in the
and
canyon.
impressive. Has me lifting rocks all day for some reason, but yeah, he's over in the canyon.
But what I mean is, if we find water, we can throw the peg legs in there, and then they should, like a raft, follow the river to the sea, and then we can pick them up on the beach near the cannibal village and don't have to carry them by hand.
Yeah, I was about to ask, like, is the cannibal village like directly below this part of the mountain? Like gravity?
Like downstream from it. No, Cannibal Village is on the north of Monkey Island, and the mountains over on the west coast. There's a canyon between here and there.
Well, I was a librarian. I'm not very good with maps.
A barbarian, and you lost
Librarian.
your head. Oh, a librarian. Oh, that makes more sense.
Librarian? What
Is there a delivery, any sort of delivery notice on the pile of peg legs? Like, who brought them?
Yeah, there'd be who do you think is working for Penny? Like, how are you getting your deliveries done?
I think she has an assistant named Pete.
And it's a Pete,
Oh.
yeah. Pete, it's
Poor
an
Pete.
assist. Yeah, there's a it's a little like delivery notice, kind of like a receipt, signed by Pete and Herman, and it's pinned on it. So you like examine, and you see it's labeled by Pete.
I was hoping for an Amazon woman. for several reasons.
Yeah.
Oh,
in her
okay.
prime as well. So
Okay, I think I got something. Okay. I'm going to take the receipt and add it to my inventory.
Okay, you add receipt in your inventory.
Okay.
I use the rock melon with the peg legs.
What do you hope to achieve with that?
I see what happens. I'm doing the blind click thing.
He's just
where you
doing a click, just
see what
trying
happens, and
things.
this is
Nothing-
this is
nothing
for the
seems
game
to
tell
happen
me
with
what
that
happens. Okay. The heart with the planks.
Michael?
Okay. I'm going to.
Dread, you go through everything in your inventory and none of it actually
I
works.
try everything.
Yeah.
I brute force it.
I definitely have been there a lot
Yeah.
with Monkey Island,
Yeah.
where I've taken every item and try with every other item.
I am okay.
In the meantime,
I'm
Michael.
going to. Okay, so with the receipt, I'm going to head back to Stan's. Stan, who's packing things up.
Okay, you all head back to the cannibal village. You see Stan. He's still asleep. He's got the monkey next to him.
I wake Stan up and begin dialogue.
Huh! Hello, ahoy there! Would you like accessories from Stan's own? Oh, it's you.
Well, I was hoping that perhaps you might have some promotional pens with your name on it. Or
Why, of
something
course I
like-
do. Of course. What kind of salesman would I be if without promotional materials? Let me just get you one. He turns around and hands you promotional Stan pen.
Okay. I'm then going to change the receipt to swap the address of the peg legs to the
very
cannibal
clever.
village.
Very clever. Yes, you do so easily enough.
Okay. And then I'm going to go back to the canyon or
You all head back to the mountain, base of the mountain.
Yeah, the mountain. Yep. Head back to the mountain, and then I'm going to put the receipt back where it is, and try to like whistle for Herman, and then hide in the bushes.
Yeah, you put it back, and just in the way that Monkey Island does, like as soon as you've done the thing you need to do, you rush off, like a cutscene ticks over.
Yeah.
You all rush off to the bushes, and Herman Toothrock comes out of the bushes. Oh, it's been quite a day. Oh, these peg legs still here. Looks like 3 of them are missing. Seems
Exactly 3.
he's just Rain Manned it. He can tell there's exactly 997 things. He comes back and goes, "Wait a minute. Oh, old Herman can get out of this. These aren't meant for me at all. Ah, joy!" And he does like a little heel click. And as he jumps up and heel clicks, you see that one of his legs is a peg leg now. He does a little heel click with the peg leg. He seems he only wanted to order one, but he messed up the order. And he goes, "Oh, let me rush off and tell them to cancel the delivery." And he rushes off screen. As soon
And
as
Melon
you
comes back on screen and goes, "Well, I'm sure that has no long-term ramifications."
It usually doesn't.
All right, so we needed sail, we needed wood, rigging.
Maybe nails.
Anything
but-
anything that helps. Maybe some nails. Nail the wood together.
Yeah,
you head back
nails.
to Cannibal Village, and as you arrive there, you sort of walk onto screen, and you see that a massive pile of all of these thousands, or almost 1,000. You hover over it, and it says almost 1,000 peg legs. And it's on a pile next to the pile of planks with the pear-headed cannibal man with the hammer in his hand.
Okay, there's your replacement. I'll be taking these.
Right you are, I suppose. Don't know what you want defective planks back for. What are you going to do with them?
Quality assurance is very important to us at Puke Plank Farms.
There you go. You now add huge stack of planks to your inventory, and there's an awkward animation of you taking them
Have
and
a
like
planky day.
slotting them down into your pants.
Yep.
They just seem to disappear.
Yeah. All right.
There's
We're
a small ow splinters.
Ow, splinters. I love it. All right.
You
so
have
we
planks.
wanted to-
You have
we got
a gown.
planks.
You've got a suitcase
Yeah.
full of eye patches.
Eye patch ropes.
What are you doing with them all? Trying to put together something? Do you want to try and find some nails or something?
We go, with nails? Yeah, we should go for nails.
So we've got the canyon, volcano, and the big head.
Yep.
Yes, and there was an explosion at the big head, but before there was an amusement park. There should be lots of nuts and bolts and maybe nails.
That's
All
true.
kinds of ironworks.
I
That's
mean,
good.
we could also go and speak with the voodoo lady of Monkey Island. After all, if she's a voodoo lady, she might have some nails that she sticks into voodoo dolls.
Oh, that's a really good point.
Don't they use needles?
Well, it depends. If my
Depends
plan
on the
works
size of the
or not.
door.
You could try and find the voodoo lady. She's usually resident in the south end of the canyon.
Let's go.
Yeah.
All right, you click on the. Did you just click on beach?
Yeah, click on beach.
You head back to the beach.
go back
You
to the
arrive
beach.
back. You arrive back at the
We
beach.
look out, we look at it, see?
The area of the sand where you found the suitcase, that's still kind of disturbed in the same sort of way. You see that you can hover over sea, so you can interact with water at this point. There's also a tree. If you're looking for items, there's more items here.
I look
But
for
you have to
items.
use them. All right, roll me a
I know.
d20.
I've got a heart left, and we use the case, and then I've got rock melon. So,
Okay,
Keep it dry.
roll me a d20. See if there's an adjective attached to this one.
I don't want to be the. Okay, that's 14.
14. There is no adjective attached. You just walk over to the sea, and you're looking for items. You're just hovering around things, and then you see just between water and sand, your mouse turns to say curious thing, and you go over and pick up curious thing, and you grab it and you pick it up, and it's a live shark. I just rolled shark. So you have a live shark, which you go, oh goodness, and then you put in your pants.
Okay.
So now you have a live shark in your pants.
I love that. Okay. That'll come up later. That's,
I hope so.
used the briefcase, so
You did.
I'll find a way for shark. Okay, that's all I wanted. Let's go.
You
Is
found
there
something.
shark bait in your pants, or are you just happy to see us?
Wait, I think I've got it. Okay, I want to try something.
Do
Okay.
you want to jump
No. Okay,
over
maybe.
the shark?
Yes. Okay. I'm going to use the planks with the gown
Okay.
to try and use the gown to tie the planks together.
Use the gown to tie the planks together, not the
Sorry,
eye patches.
the eye
You mean
patch.
the
The
eye
eye
patches.
patch.
Sail.
You
Sorry,
use
the eye patches.
open. You try use planks with suitcase of eye patches, and it says, I don't think that'll work. Eventually you're like, but I want to try, and then you try interact with eye patches, and it opens it up, and now you've got a bunch of eye patches in the inventory, and the suitcase just disappears. Now you just got a bunch of eye patches, and then you like use plank with bunch of eye patches, and sure enough it ties them together. You've got a bit of a raft,
Okay.
and it says makeshift
Now what-
raft.
So now what I want
the
to
peg
do
legs to
is I
make
want
a
to use
mast.
yes, almost. We need to get another stick, but hold on. I want to use the peg leg on the eye patches as well.
Okay, peg leg
And I
on
want
eye
to-
patches.
Okay,
Your
I want to
intention
create I want to create a bridle for the shark.
Okay. So
It's a
to make like
shark chariot.
use peg leg on eye patch, and it creates like a slingshot looking thing that you could wrap around you could put in the mouth of a
I've got an
shark.
idea as well.
Okay, use slingshot thing on shark.
Use slingshot thing on shark, and it says and it now calls it muzzled shark.
Okay.
Now,
Okay.
question: Do
What
we
are you
have
doing
anything?
in his pants?
Rummaging around, just don't worry about it.
Shed
Don't think
inventory.
too heavily. Okay. All right.
We need like a fishing pole or something. It's really good. All we need is a
Yes.
fishing pole.
You have two peg legs. You have a muzzled shark, and you have a makeshift raft. Is what you've got now.
Okay. I'm going to use the peg legs on the bridle to make reins.
Let's see if you can do so. Roll me a d8, and you need a 1, 2, or 3.
2.
You got a 2, so it seems like it's
I got a
success. It's successful. It says questionable reins is what it calls it.
Nice. All right. So now if we get on the raft, we might be able to sail away.
We need some sort of steering.
Yeah,
We
you say
need
you
st-
put you put use questionable raft with ocean, and you go and put it down, and suddenly it pops out into the ocean, and you've got like a couple of planks that are held together with eye patches. And then you say use shark with use questionable reins on shark, and then as soon as you do, some of the wood snaps off, and your dialogue option comes up. Looks like that wasn't strong enough.
How about Can I take the... I'm sorry, Maureen. I'm going to take the belt off, Maureen. I'm going to wrap the belt around the heart.
Okay, use belt on heart.
Does that work?
Sure. What do you want him to do? Just
And then
a heart on a belt.
I want to take C and then use C as a makeshift pole, and then see if I can do a carrot on a stick with a heart sort of thing.
Okay, right.
Hole.
So what?
Yeah.
So use the wooden arm from C.
Yeah.
So you've got C. C's use
C,
C's
the
wooden arm.
C-3PO,
Yeah,
not
C,
C.
not the
C-3PO,
C is
yeah.
in the
Two
ocean.
pieces
Yeah,
of it.
terrible,
Yeah.
terrible choice of punage here.
It's
Use
fine.
C's arm with belt and heart, and then use that as like a
As
carrot
like
on a stick.
carrot on a stick.
You do so, and the shark just like goes towards it and bites it, and then you realize you never tied the shark to anything, so it's not going to propel you forwards because it's not tied to you. So the shark's just biting onto there, and you go, "Oh no!" and you shake it off, and there's a brief animation as the shark shakes off, and then you put both of those items in your pants again, including the shark, and you say, "Well, I guess I need to attach the shark to us somehow."
All right. What are we going to do, gang?
We have a gown.
We do have a gown.
We do
We
have
want
a
you
gown.
to use it as a sail, but we can use the gown.
Oh,
shark.
Tie the shark into the gown.
I can.
Use gown on shark.
Use gown
We
on
also
shark.
can tear the gown into strips, make the strips into rope, tie the.
Oh, that is very
Yes.
good. I've got sharp teeth.
Yes. Use
yeah,
gown with Maureen.
Use gown with Maureen. Strips of gown is what you've got in your inventory now.
Use strips of gown to make.
With strips of gown, and
With strips of gown.
you thread them together. You braid them together. You've got braided rope. It says,
Well, use braided rope with shark.
and then the shark
With-
is now tied to the front of the raft. And as you tie it on, you're like, I'm not sure how we're going to direct this shark though.
Heart in hand.
And then use
Yes,
heart in
yeah.
hand and then suddenly, aha, we've got a propulsion system. And as the four of you clamber onto this makeshift raft with a shark being propelled by a heart on a stick, you start to pull off, and the camera doesn't follow you as you head off the camera, and it says end of part 1. That's where we're going to go for a bio break, and we're going to come back into part 2 as you hit the high seas in this makeshift raft.
Shark power.
From off screen, you hear a small little. I wish we could have looked at the volcano though.
You didn't go to half of the options. I was legitimately, if you'd gone up to the top of the mountain or the volcano or the canyon, I was like, if they the first of any of those areas that they go to has a broken ship in it, that they can just be like, we're just going to push that down. And then I was like, I knew that this would kind of be like improvise what the actual solution is, but I was like, I'm going to put a broken ship somewhere for them, and they just need to plank up the holes in the hull of it, and then fix the sails with something, and then get it into the water, and that's the only thing they need to do. You're like, no, we'll find a different solution.
Shark raft.
Take a raft and have the shark
Shark
swim us.
craft. I love shark craft.
All right,
Shark
so
craft,
we'll be
the
back
new
in 5 to
Blizzard
10
game.
minutes. See you soon, everybody.
Bye.
Yer, me hearties, grab your pirate drinks and pirate snacks and come on down to part 2 of Monkey Island Madness. With me and my friends. Yarr. How are you? Did you have a nice break? Alrighty. So where we left
was a
off,
clean break.
it was a clean break. We finally left Monkey Island. You got together your raft and your makeshift propeller system, which is a shark that's tied to some ropes, and you set off into the Caribbean Sea. Part 2 begins with you lost at sea, as it were, and it's just like an open plain of just water, a perfectly flat horizon and blue sky, and then you start to enter on your raft from the side of frame, and there's just like a brief moment of there's a seagull overhead, and then one of your dialogue comes up as, "So are we lost?" And then just as this happens, a small fishing vessel comes in from the other side of frame, and you see a Jamaican sailor seems to hollow you guys down, and he says, "Yo man, what you doing out here on your dinky little raft? You guys lost or something? Do you need a map?"
We need a map.
Yes, good sir. We need a map. If we could
Right.
if we could acquire one, I will give you this very handsome peg leg.
You've got one more peg leg. I think you've got broken peg leg, right? Because you used it as reins.
I have a normal peg leg and a broken peg leg.
You have normal and broken. You give him a normal peg leg, and he goes, "Oh, how did you know, man?" And he jumps up and swings his legs over the front of the ship, and he's just got one peg leg missing. I'm not sure. I'm not sure a map is worth just one peg leg though. And then Penny, as the saleswoman, you get dialogue option for haggle.
Well, you know, this peg leg is going to make you walk around that ship better than Blackbeard himself.
Better than Blackbeard. I'm not sure I believe ya. Tell me about what wood it's made of. And you've got like 4 different wood types, and it's like one of those puzzles where it's like, oh, how much do you know about your peg legs if you say the wrong one?
Yeah.
Which wood type do you tell him it is?
Well, you just love the chat. Well, obviously this is going to be made from a very fine oak, made from only the best rum barrels.
Oh, I like the rum barrel oak. It's such a strong wood. I'm interested. And then it goes to the next step of the haggling, and it's like, he says, what was it? What tools was it whittled with?
How much does Ashlyn know about wood carving?
Anything at all. you could say it was carved with a spoon, and that's one of the options.
Obviously, based on this very fine detail work, was, of course, carved with the hook of a famous pirate.
Oh, I love the ones that are carved with pirate hooks. They're my favorite. And then the last one is like, oh, you've got me on the edge, but I just want to know one more thing. And the last one comes up with, let's say, does it come with an are there any perks with this peg leg? And it's like you've got the option for like extended warranty. It'll make you. It also it constantly smells nice because it's filled with potpourri of various different options of like little perks that you can claim comes with the peg leg.
Well, if you buy this singular peg leg, the next one will be half off.
Oh, that's good because I'm always at risk of losing my other leg. I tell you what, I'll do it. And he takes a deal, and you lose peg leg from inventory, and instead you get map of
and the half off
islands.
Peg leg. Can I give the broken peg leg?
And you give you give broken peg leg and very good. That's not what I thought you. Damn it. Well, good luck to you. And then his ship sails away, but you're left with a map of the Caribbean. And what you can see is that there are 3 island choices, much like in many Monkey Island games. You're now in the island hopping portion of the game, where you can choose to go between 3 different islands. There is Gulliver's Island. There is Penn Island that has an oddly lacking a space in between Penn and Island, and there is Loot Island.
Is there also a marker on the map where we are?
Yes, you are like right in between all 3 of them.
Very good, very good.
We're so good with decisions. I'm so glad you gave us more decisions.
Oh yeah,
I know. We barely got off one island. I look for an item in this island hopping area.
You look
I am
for
going-
the island. Look for an
I am
item.
going
All
to
right.
make a decision since I am
Maureen, please.
the best head, I think. Right? Well, he's got a melon, and let's not dive into this. Penn Island. I'm interested
going
in
to
what is
Penis Land. I mean,
missing
Penn Island.
from the name.
Dread, roll me a d20, please.
Oh, you were gonna give it to me. Okay, that's actually awesome. 18.
18. There's no accompanying adjective. You just find bread. seems to be a lot. Like a seagull comes by, and it drops a chunk of bread, and you pick up soggy. I'm gonna say soggy bread because it was in the water.
Soggy bread.
So you got soggy bread
and
that you have to use at some point.
And a rock melon.
Maureen then selects Penn Island on the map, And as you guys
Yeah.
arrive, you see this like
I
cutscene.
click it with my chin.
Also, you see between the two parts. I forgot to do the cutscene. You see what's his name? LeChuck, mutant pirate LeChuck. That's him. Mutant pirate LeChuck. You see him digging in a hole. You can't tell where he is, but he's digging. And then you see him clink against something, and he goes, "Ha ha! I've finally found the lost treasure of Whoop-de-Doo." And then it cuts back to you, so you know that he's still going with his thing, and you need to try and find it as well. You have found yourselves on Penn Island, and as you approach, there is this hazy green as you pull up to the shore, and your shark kind of just stops by a little bit of a dock. You get out, and you all start to feel a little funny, and then as your dialogue starts to come up of "I don't feel so good," I don't really feel like myself, you start to see that each of you becomes someone else, and until you can fix this voodoo curse that has now just come over you, each of you is now embodying the person that you can see on the stream. If you can see your stream, if you cannot see the stream, Dread, under the name Dread, or the name Puke anyway, is Melon. Melon, you are now in Puke's body. Penny, in Penny's body is Dread. In Melon's body is Maureen, and in Maureen's body is Penny. And you are now in each other's bodies with the voodoo curse. As you arrived on Penn Island, you see on the beach of Penn Island there is a sign that says "Visitors not welcome to Penn Island until voodoo curse is lifted. It's not a safe place to be." And then down the bottom there's another sign that tacked on the bottom, and if you say read that sign, it says, "I'm now realizing that if you're reading this sign, you've probably already succumbed to the voodoo curse. I'm sorry." What do you guys want to do?
Aha! 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 I have arms. Look at these arms and those delicious. Why do they look so? Why do you all look so good? Why am I so hungry all the time?
Does this change much for me? I'm wearing a hat now. Hats off.
You have to do your best to be.
Would you mind actually
be
putting
Ben.
that on my skull head thing? I feel very naked without it.
Oh, okay. Here we go. There we go. How's that? A skull cap. There we go.
There we go.
Yeah. Yes, you will feel a lot naked without any flesh in your face. You get used to it after some time, and to be honest, it wasn't flesh as fine as this. Just, oh my.
You watch as Puke makes his way over to the side of the ship, and as he does, he sort of leans over and looks at his reflection in the waves, and he sees his like real face, and he just sort of stops and goes,
Hey, it's not that bad.
I try to find just a clump of seaweed and put it over my face.
No, I give you the rock. I say, use the rock melon.
Oh,
Use the rock
yeah.
melon.
I put the baby rock melon.
Use melon with face, and poof, this very small melon. Like it doesn't fit over the head fully.
Like
it's just
like
used
a
like a
mask.
mask.
Hold on, wait. I can.
He's making his head small. Use tiny melon with face, and you just stick it right over the face. You can look around. You look around and you see that on the map of this particular island, there's the beach area, and then there's just one main area that's outside of the beach, and it's just titled Strange Monuments.
Let's go to the strange monument.
You click Strange
Yes,
Monuments,
let's-
and
Let's go and use our legs.
Hey, that does say strange monument. I can read now.
It does say strange monument. All right. Well, I believe that if we're going to be traveling together, then I'll I suppose take this chap and I hoik C over my shoulder as I kind of like tie them together and sort of Like almost like Chewbacca was like carrying him, like just
Yeah,
over his
you've got
back.
what's left of C is what it's called, because his arm is still used with the raft on the shore, so that you can get between islands. You
wait.
leave the beach. You leave the beach
Oh,
and
wait,
head to. Go on.
I do have a quick idea. I just want to see if it works. Can I use Maureen with C to see if I can like pull off C's head?
Put me on top of.
I put Maureen on top of the body that is the oak thing. Yeah, sure. You use Maureen. Use Maureen with C's body, and it replaces Maureen. So Maureen now has an oak body, but no arms or legs still. You leave.
That one.
Yeah.
You leave the
Also,
beach, and you leave the beach and see that the next scene that you enter is strange monuments, and there are lots of these large obelisk-like stones. Quite a few of them. There's several that kind of pan the entirety of the scene, and you can walk between them all. You can investigate. You can interact with, and each of them has a dirt patch in front of it on the ground beneath that you could interact with in some way. But every time you do just investigate dirt patch, it just says, just looks like a patch of dirt. And then you investigate the monument, and it's like, it reminds me of something. And obviously it's a tongue-in-cheek to the fact that all of them kind of vaguely resemble phalluses. You investigate this entire scene. If anybody's wanting items to pick up here, you can pick up some items here. Otherwise, there's no one to interact with and nothing to see here.
I will absolutely look for items.
All right, roll me a d20
Start
to see if
Michael's
it's,
inventory.
stuff up Michael's inventory.
17.
17, wonderful. All right, so 17 comes without an associated whatchamacallit. Let's get you a random
Adjective?
Adjective. Thank you. You find a suit, a 3-piece suit that is underneath. You interact with one of the monuments, and it says, "Oh, it looks like somebody got changed behind here." And you walk behind it, and then you walk out holding a 3-piece suit.
This is very interesting. It seems like some banker was taking part in a nude ritual here,
Maybe.
then left in a hurry. Do you think it would suit me?
I think it would.
Put on suit.
Put on suit.
Wear suit.
Yeah, you wear suit and you put it on, and it says it feels a little snug, but it looks pretty good.
Yeah, looks very good, and it's fashion to have a very slim cut today nowadays because it shows off this very
The bulging
nice
muscles of
body.
this, of this melon head on top of a suit and tie with everything.
Yeah.
I'll search one of the other.
All right, make me a d20 check. See if it comes with an adjective.
8.
An 8. With an 8, you are walking down the beach, and you see pops out out of the forest sort of background animation. You see magic. you see a peacock that is strutting towards you, and then goes like a chicken for some reason, and then kind of shifts its form a little bit, and then its colours go a different colour, and then there's like a out of its mouth comes a little bit of green plume of smoke, and then it just like settles back down again, and then starts to peck along the beach. It's like a confused peacock. You interact with and pick up, and you pick it up and stuff it in your pants, and you now have a thing that's called Voodoo Peacock.
Okay.
Okay.
I love that you found peacock on Penn Island, which is
Penn
the
Island.
entire thing.
Yeah.
I was about to ask, is everything here going to be...
Seems like it, and it's a random down
Is the
generator.
next thing we're going to find a wiener sausage?
Yeah, maybe.
I'd like to use the soggy bread on the strange monuments.
Use soggy bread on strange monument. Do you have anything in mind? Otherwise, you just get the reply of, I don't even know what you're trying to do.
Okay. That's what I do.
What do you want to do? You pretty much investigate.
It interacts. Yeah.
You pretty much investigate everything on this particular area of this island, the strange monuments and the beach, and you realize
Look
Pen
at
Island.
Monolith. Look at Monolith.
Yeah, look at Monolith.
It's a strangely. It makes me feel funny. This monument makes me feel inadequate. It strangely strangely resembles something I can't put my finger on.
I can't put my finger on it because I have fingers now.
Yeah, I need. Like, do you know the peacock? It's like, oh, that's a weird looking peacock. Is it hungry? I use the bread on the peacock.
Use bread on peacock. Peacock eats the soggy bread and then it lays a
soggy egg.
We've had all of those ones already. It lays a balloon.
A balloon? I mean, yeah.
A red balloon on a string.
Type of egg. Okay.
So the soggy bread is gone, but you have a red balloon on a string now.
Oh,
Is there a clown nearby?
Oh, I inhale some of the gas from the balloon.
Okay, use balloon. It says half a balloon, and now Puke has a high voice for the rest of the scene.
Yes, I do. But how does that work?
Not
Because
you.
I'm in
You're not-
Penny's body.
Yeah,
no, that'd be
Puke.
me.
I
Puke
was,
has-
as in probably, yeah.
Hold on, I got this.
Oh god,
got it.
Michael's gonna spend the next 10 minutes trying to work out his fucking audio. Put fucking
Do
Instead of
you
just
think
speaking with a
we
high
have-
voice.
my audio.
There you
There
go.
you
Done it.
No, he's just doing it naturally. That's just Michael's
this is just me
talent for
natural.
voice acting. Yeah. Do you think we should interact with the monoliths in some way? Maybe to.
We might also find answers on other islands.
You might. There are 2 other islands, and you
That
have a
is
raft
true,
to get between
but
them.
we haven't tried interacting with the monoliths apart from looking at them and throwing soggy bread at them. But
Mm-hmm.
maybe we need to rub them.
Try rub monolith, and and you're like, well, it makes me feel good, but I'm not sure it did anything.
Rub it faster.
I don't think it's doing anything for the monolith.
Eventually, you head back onto your raft and head to one of the other islands. Which of the other islands do you want to go to? Loot Island or Gulliver's Island? Loot Island. All right. As you click on Loot, you see your little raft icon. Head over to Loot Island, and you arrive there to see a little map appear of the island. There is town, there is swamp, and there is forest.
Swamp. That feels like we're gonna find something to do with voodoo.
All right. Sure enough, as you expect, you head to Swamp Lady and the swamp area of Loot Island, and you see a little voodoo sign that says "Voodoo Lady now in business." And there's like a little arrow pointing into the swamp to a voodoo hut, and you can head over to you see a sign above the shop that says "We do voodoo."
We do voodoo. Voodoo to voodoo.
The voodoo that you do.
Voodoo so well.
I head inside.
You head inside. All right, you head inside of We Do Voodoo, and sure enough, you meet someone very familiar to all of you, the Voodoo Lady. And she's sitting behind a huge cauldron, and as you walk in, her dialogue immediately starts. She says, there's some unfortunate souls if I've ever seen them. It's something about you doesn't seem quite right where it's meant to be. Am I right in saying that you're all a bit of a mix-up?
Yes, we are.
I can fix that
But
up a
we'd
treat.
We'd like to keep it this way.
No, we do not.
No, I haven't even been a yodel this whole time.
It seems that your voodoo is all out of alignment. Let me fix that up for you. You just need to bring me some items. She asks
Which
you.
would be-
She asks you for. She needs an apple. She needs a. I'm not going to go with a buffalo. She needs an apple. She needs a pigeon feather, and she needs a bow. And she does not specify whether that is a bow as in a bow and arrow or a bow as in like a bow tie.
I offer the half balloon.
You have a small balloon.
It's an apple.
And she goes,
kind of.
"That's kind of the right size as an apple, and it's red like an apple. But I'm not. I don't think you can trick the voodoo gods. It doesn't look enough like an apple, and
Worth
it
a
seems
shot.
like maybe it would work, but you'd need to disguise it more like an apple."
Oh, okay.
I unknot my. It's not a cravat. No, my tie. Sorry, looking for the word, and retie it as a bow tie. Looks a bit awkward, but
Use tie with self, and you retie it in a bow tie. and then you take that off and offer it. Ah, this'll do perfect. So the item 1 has been found. You need an apple and a whatever the fuck else I said.
A feather, pigeon feather.
A pigeon feather.
We have a peacock feather, not a pigeon feather.
Not a
Did
buffalo.
you know that peacocks are part of the pigeon family?
They are.
She goes, I didn't know that, because it's nonsense.
Well, have you considered that we could be pigeonholing the answer here and just giving you a feather that we just happen to be carrying?
She just stares at you.
Right,
you
so
think
you need
you think the
apple
game
and a
has
pigeon
crashed for
feather.
a second until eventually she just goes, I'm disappointed.
Oh. Okay. Well,
Then we have the village. We have
You've got the town and you've got a forest.
town and
all right,
forest.
let's go. Let's
And
go
you've
into
also got another
town.
one.
Maybe
Yes.
we can find something there.
Yes,
All right.
pigeons usually are in towns.
You head to the
Why am I talking
head-
like this? Pigeons usually live in towns.
You
Yes,
head
that's my
into the
voice.
town and you see that it is a highly pirate area, this one. It's pirate capital, pirates galore. As you enter the town, you see a pigeon takes off and like flutters over like halfway down the sort of scrolling scene. And so every time you get close to it, it takes off and flies down to the other end. And if you get down close to it again, it flies down to the other end. There is a
Really wish
pigeon
I had
in
that
this
bread.
town. But it is yeah, you're screwed up by feeding it to a peacock for a balloon. But you see in the town there is a shop called General Bits. There is a shop called Maps and More, and there is a shop that's just called Laundromat.
We go to the laundromat.
Yeah.
All right. Sure enough, you walk into the laundromat. You see that there are a bunch of machines around. If you want to search for any items in here, you can try and find some.
I do.
But you'll, of course you do. You'll also see that there is a sign on the wall, which I'll read in a second. Give me a roll in Dread. See what you got.
17.
17. There is no adjective. It is just a simple. I can't come up with a reason for any of those being in the laundromat. But I can somehow come up with cheese. You see that there's a lump of you find a pockets of a dry cleaned suit, and you go over and you like check suit, and you find lump of cheese. Of cheese,
that's a lot of
cheese from
cheddar.
pockets. You then one of you investigates the sign on the wall, and you see that it says, "How to use: insert 2 coins in the slot to the right. Open the forward-facing door, place clothes in bottom of the drum, close the door and turn the machine on using the 3 buttons on the left. Go for a walk around the block while you wait. Take the washing out and put in the baskets provided below the orange arrow." And sure enough, there's an orange arrow to the left of the scene where you can see like there's a big stack of baskets and it says baskets here. I'm just going to take what the sign says and I'm going to post it into chat.
Please do.
It is too late at night to memorize
I
any
just have
of
bad
that.
auditory processing, so
Yes, so you
Which
found
chat?
cheese. You found cheese
oh
in a
gosh,
pocket.
putting it in this
I
chat.
put it in the Discord, in the Twitch chat.
Cool.
I'll put it in the other chat.
Thanks. 2 coins, slot to the right, the forward-facing door from the bottom. That's so many instructions.
Do we need to wash anything? My suit is fresh and new.
Maybe the peacock. The dirty bird.
What do we currently have? We have the peacock, we have the half a balloon,
Cheese.
and we have cheese.
And
Let's
we have
choose
my my novelty cup. Don't forget.
Oh yes. Oh, we need to make sure that
Do we have coins even? I don't think we do.
no, we don't have any coins.
You don't have any coins. So you might have to go find some coins if you want to wash it, if you
Yeah.
need to do any laundry. Or you might have, or maybe it refers to something else.
Let's go to somewhere else
Yes.
then.
Yeah.
All right.
It is very interesting that some of the words are all capitalized and some are not. I think we should write down these instructions and take them with us.
Yep.
2 steps to the right. forward to the bottom, left, and walk around. But no.
All right, you leave the laundromat. You're back out onto the pirate
No,
street.
we do that. We did the instructions in the laundromat.
In the laundromat. What do you like?
Yeah.
You walk to. You walk
Into
where,
the
where do you
cheat
go?
code. All right.
Into the cheat
All right,
code.
let's try this. I'm gonna go a 2 to the right.
I'm gonna go forward, and then bottom, and then I'm gonna go 3
Doesn't
to the
seem
left.
It doesn't. You can't even follow it from the second one because you can go 2 laundry machines to the right, and then you go forwards and you're blocked by the laundry machines.
It doesn't work. I tried.
It doesn't work here.
Okay. Wait, I've got an idea. I think I've got it. I think you've just done it backwards. Okay, follow me. I face the laundry machines,
Okay,
and then from the sign, I move 2 laundry machines to the right.
you do.
Okay. I then open the forward-facing door, but instead of opening the door, I turn around 180 degrees.
Okay, you turn around. You're facing the camera.
All right, I bend over and I smack my bottom 3 times.
Not sure how you do that in a video game. It's not programmed to allow you to smack your bottom, and at that point you realize, no, it's not going to work in here.
Okay.
It's like you've never played a Monkey Island game.
Let's leave the laundromat.
Okay.
The map that you are given is never in the form of a map in Monkey Island, is it? This is
Nope.
not. It's not gonna be related to the laundromat. It's gonna be
No, it's
somewhere else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's true. That's true.
Yeah.
All right. All right. In which case, let's go to the one of the other shops. What were the other 2 shops? There was
There's
There
the
is
map
maps.
one.
There's maps and more, and there is general bits.
General Bits. Let's go to General Bits.
All right, you walk into General Bits. You see that it's a huge, very disorganized general store. Basically, you can roll for items as many times as you want here until you find something that you need, because it's just lots and
nice.
lots and lots of things. There is a small pirate lady that's on duty here, and her animation is she just constantly potters between things. She climbs up a little ladder, she comes back down, and you hover over and it says like overworked shopkeeper.
I pick up Overworked Shopkeeper.
And she goes, "Hey, what are you doing?" And she slaps you.
Okay. I just wanted to see if I could.
It's half of
Channeling
the
my
game.
inner dread.
I'm waiting until she's up the ladder before I pick something up.
Okay, you head up ladder, and she heads up the ladder, and then you pick up an item. Give me a roll.
A 5.
Okay, you see this is you find a flaming bird. So it seems like it's some kind of bird on fire. It's not a pigeon. Flaming bird. It seems like it's probably like a bird statue, like a little wooden doll of a bird, and it's currently on fire.
Oh.
In the
I
pocket.
keep juggling the burning bird.
And while Melon is juggling a burning bird, what are the rest of you doing in the shop?
Flip the bird! Flip the bird!
You flip it, it goes up in the air, and then it lands in your pocket, and it's just
so it's a hot
just
pocket.
in your inventory now. Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
So you have,
I have a
flaming
flaming
bird
bird.
in your inventory in
I'll
case you
look for
need to
another
set
item.
anything on fire. You have a flaming bird. All right, what you got?
Hey, let's roll the dice.
Wait, where'd my desk go? There it is. 3.
3 is broken. a broken. No, we've already had balloon. I'm gonna find another app because it's giving me all the same stuff again. A broken pencil. There you go. That's a new one.
Maybe this. Go Pen Island. All right.
You got a broken pencil that you can use somehow if you want to. Don't forget you got to try and use it in the pursuit of solving some sort of a puzzle now.
Yeah, I know.
You can have Marine. Well, the skull formerly known as Marine, known as Penny, to sharpen the pencil, and then you can draw appley things on your balloon.
You could try and disguise the balloon as.
Yes, yeah. You can write apple on the balloon. Oh no, you can't write.
I can now.
Oh, you can
'cause
in this body.
Oh,
in this body
true.
I can. Let's try it.
Okay.
Pencil.
Use broken
Use
pencil with
Maureen.
Maureen.
All right.
Maureen's little teeth chatter back and forth, and you now have sharpened pencil.
Sharpen pencil. Sharpen pencil on balloon. I'm feeling
Use
it.
sharpened pencil on balloon.
I know, but like at least like I'm gonna try and write apple on the balloon.
You get bang. The balloon pops, and the annoyed shopkeeper turns into startled shopkeeper as she falls off of the ladder and hits her head, and she's just unconscious. Unconscious shopkeeper, you now have.
Just put it in my pocket.
Which solved a problem that you didn't even realize was a problem, because as soon as you started to try and leave here without paying for any of these items, she was going to start accosting
There
you.
we go. We used
There
both
we
of
go.
them in a
We
way.
used both of them.
You did
We
actually
did.
use them. I was like, oh, okay.
Okay.
I guess she's unconscious now. So now you can just walk out of here without paying for anything, which solves the no coin problem.
I would like to pick up shopkeeper.
Pick up shopkeeper. You now have
Yeah.
you have disgruntled, overworked, unconscious shopkeeper as one of the
Yeah.
items in your possession. You now have to use her to solve a solution at some point before the end of the
We'll
game.
find it. We'll
get
find
it.
it. I'll search for another item 6.
You got a 6 for another item. You got a wet something. You got a wet newspaper.
Okay. Anything interesting in the paper today?
You read wet newspaper, and it says it's some story of the. Here we go. It says the last rumored whereabouts of Whoop-de-Doo found by archaeologists today somewhere on Penn Island.
Ooh.
Okay. Okay, we need to find an archaeologist. It's on Penn Island. We know that. I say that to everyone. Hey, read this wet newspaper.
Pass around
See
wet
the
newspaper.
power of reading.
I really enjoy this reading thing.
All right.
So you now need
Now-
an apple and a pigeon feather if you're going to get yourselves back to your farm.
I've got an idea. I run outside.
You run outside.
I place the disgruntled shopkeeper on one side of the village where
Yeah.
the pigeon is. So as it flies away from the disgruntled shopkeeper, I'll be waiting to catch it on the other side of the screen.
You're with the disgruntled shopkeeper.
No, I'm going
Yeah.
to drop the disgruntled.
You drop
shopkeeper.
disgruntled, unconscious shopkeeper on one side. You run after the pigeon, and the pigeon, as I described, has 3 sections that it always goes to in order. So it's no longer able to fly to the bit that's got the disgruntled shopkeeper because it doesn't want to land next to a person. You're standing in one of them, and
And
we've
somebody
got
grab him.
one. We've got
I use
another.
cheese on.
It's now
I
down
use
the other.
cheese
end.
on pigeon.
Use cheese on pigeon.
Cheese on pigeon.
It says roll me a D8. And you
D8.
need a 1, 2, 3.
We got the pigeon.
I got a 6.
It says I don't think pigeons like cheese, but maybe if I used it with
Disguised
something.
it. Yeah, with something. Newspaper and cheese.
It says I'm not sure what to do here. It just makes the paper
Can we
greasy.
put Maureen in the third spot?
You just drop Maureen in third spot, and then Maureen, you have to bite pigeon, and it's one of those timed things that's like the pigeon will just keep
Hey.
flying back, but you've got to try and bite pigeon, bite pigeon, bite pigeon. Roll me a D6. You need a 1, 2, or a 3.
6.
You bite pigeon, and it just flies away again. You're like, damn it. And then Maureen, your dialogue comes up saying, if only I was more mobile, or something.
Someone with legs.
Oh, I have legs. And look at these thighs.
Just sort of
Okay.
slaps the thighs that like glisten like.
Yes, it does a little. Melon,
Look at my vegan body.
Melon, you head over. You pick up Maureen. You
Head
hold
over.
Maureen, and when the pigeon flies by, you try and snap it out. Melon, Maureen, or no, Myri. I was gonna call you Michael.
Yes,
Melon,
there's too many
Maureen.
M's.
It's too many.
Melry.
Myri, roll me a D4. You need a 1, 2, or a 3 to succeed.
A D4. There we are. A 4.
You say, if only this pigeon was slower. So it seems like just catching it like this, it's not working. You're missing something of the puzzle, it seems.
I will hold Melon.
You walk over and pick up
this.
Melon. You pick up Melon. Melon picks up Murray, and then you use Murray to try and catch the pigeon. Okay. Dread, you roll me a d4. You need a 1, 2, or a 3 for this to work.
It's like that repeated animation.
2.
A 2. You succeed.
That's
Just.
all,
Eventually, Maureen, you get it, and you get a little squawk from the pigeon noise as it flies off of the screen. It's not. It's gone from this screen now, but you do have in your mouth pigeon feather.
And then I do a nice dismount, and then we go.
Oh, okay.
And then you do this, and you get thrown to your feet. Some pirates walking past say, "Nice work," and they throw pieces of 8 to your feet, so you can pick up a couple of pieces of 8 as well.
Hey, look at that!
I gather them in my my novelty cup.
You have coins. You have a few
I
pieces of
have
8.
your novelty cup.
Oh, never mind. I don't gather them in my novelty cup.
Yeah, you only have.
Oh yeah, true. Haha.
Yeah.
Melon has the novelty cup. So you have pigeon feather. You have what was the third item? A bow. You've got the bow, the pigeon feather, and you now need an apple.
Do I still have the pencil?
You have a sharpened pencil, yes.
I'm gonna go over to General Bits, and then I'm gonna write on the sign an E, so it says General Bite,
General Bite.
and then an S, and then
General Bite.
Ask for some service. Can you get some service around here? If someone, a waiter comes or something.
You see coming to the door of General Bites, a man in a gridded suit that seems to move as he does, and he goes, "Welcome to General Bites. This is Stan's store. This is Stan's store. I've always been here. What can I do to serve you today?"
Can I have 1,000 apples?
1,000. 1,000 apples? That's quite a lot of apples. I'll see what I've got in store. And he walks back. And he comes back. I'm going to see if he has it. He says,
Previously
I'm afraid
apples.
I've only got these. And he hands out an entire fruit platter that's got pretty much... You start hovering over it and you're like, what's in the fruit platter? And it says orange. And then it says banana. And it says grape. And then it says pear. And then it says kumquat. And then it's every single possible fruit in the world except an apple.
An apple.
Is it like shaped like a human? Like, is the platter like shaped like a person made of fruit?
Sure, yeah.
Okay. He watches as Puke just sort of starts drooling.
I'm afraid I've only got one of these.
You
do have there is a pineapple as part of it.
Yes. Take the pineapple.
Take
pineapple
take
for sure.
pineapple.
Yes,
You've got
100,
pineapple
yeah.
in your inventory.
Yep.
It's a very Monkey Island thing to be like, it's close enough. Like most of the voodoo, most voodoo ingredients in Monkey Island are just like close enough, like root beer.
The lice.
Yeah, like the lice.
I would like to pick up Lorraine, if I may.
Pick up Lorraine.
That is what I am calling the fruit.
Oh, okay. I was like, what the fuck? I don't remember Lorraine. You pick up fruit platter. So you have pineapple. You have Lorraine, the fruit platter. Where to? Is it back to the voodoo lady?
Yeah, back to the voodoo.
All right, back to the swamp.
Voodoo lady.
Back to the swamp. You do a lot of walking, as is most of Monkey Island, walking from one place to another. You get into the swamp, the voodoo lady, and she says, "Yeah, you got what I need from you."
I'm going to spit out the...
This pigeon feather will work perfectly well. She puts it into her cauldron.
Apple.
I mean,
It is. It's pining, but it's an apple.
a pining
It's
apple.
pining for the fjords of.
Is that your
Norway.
apple or is it mine apple? I suppose it'll work. And she grabs it from you and throws it in. It sizzles and hisses and pops, and she goes, I think this might work, but you might find some interesting side effects. Who wishes to drink it first?
I will.
All right, Dread, you need to tell me up, down, left, or right.
No.
I'm down. Let's go down. I'm down.
All right. you are now, if you go and watch the stream, you are now back in your body, luckily enough. You actually found the right way. Because I am moving your actual cameras on Zoom, and I'm shifting everybody around
So good.
based on this. So that has shifted you into your body, and Melon back
go.
into his body,
That's
but
so clever.
Penny and Maureen are still switched around. So Penny or Maureen, who wants to drink next?
I will drink and then up.
You will drink, and then you'll go up, which is going to take you to here. Which puts Puke is now encompassed by Melon again. Penny is still encompassed by Maureen. Melon is now in... Yeah, that's everybody mixed up again. So who's going to drink next? You probably want to be watching...
I need to reconstruct this. I know. Did you move us around after we joined Zoom? Because
Yes,
then
I did. Yes, I moved you around specifically so that you wouldn't be on Zoom in the same organization as you are on the stream. And so you wouldn't just be able to be like, oh, well, I need to be at the top.
How about we drink it all at
Okay.
the same time?
So who's going next? Who's drinking?
Is that an option on the dialogue?
I'll drink.
All right, Michael, which way are you going?
I would like to go up, please.
All right, you're going up, which takes you to here, which puts 1, 2, 3, 4, none of you in the right order.
Excellent.
You are now in Penny's body, Michael.
I will drink.
All right, where are you going? You're in Melon's
Right.
body currently. You're going right, which will take you across to here, which would actually displace me as well. So that takes you here.
It's my game now.
Sorry, no, it would take you here, sorry. So that is still nobody in the right order. But what you might have learned from that is that Dread didn't move in either of those ones.
Yeah.
Where you going? Who's drinking?
I'm gonna stay where I am because that's a good point.
You're currently in Maureen's body.
Okay. Everyone else went up, right?
Real life puzzle for you.
Then
That's so cool.
Then I went right and ended up in.
I went
red.
up.
You went up, yeah.
I was very pleased with myself when I came
I-
up with this real life puzzle.
very
Because
cool.
So you have to work out.
Yes.
You have to work out where all of the people
I want to
are.
go down.
my Zoom.
Glunk.
You drink and you go down, which Pac-Man style switches you round to here and puts you there. Now that has put Melon back in the right spot, but everybody else is wrong.
Okay.
Okay.
Haha,
Then
my body. My glorious
Then-
body.
Should only one person do it, or is there
One's to
combos
the
like
left.
one person has to go in order?
Okay.
Dread, who is in
I'm
Maureen's
right,
body,
now
is
I'm
not switched
Penny.
very
I
much.
drink again and go left.
Now that you're Penny, you drink again and go left, which will wrap you around to here. And now you have displaced Dread back into their correct spot.
Ooh,
So
okay.
Puke is now in the correct spot, and Maureen is
Oh,
now in the
no.
right spot, but Penny and Melon are switched.
Yes.
So, but you
Penny?
also, it's like a real life Rubik's cube.
Drink and go right. That should get you into Puke's body.
Okay, I will drink, go right.
You drink and you go right, which puts you
I
into
visual
Puke's body.
And now drink and go down.
Okay. Drink, go
You
down.
drink, you go down, which will wrap you around to here. And now Penny's in the right body, Puke's in the right body, Melon's in the right body, and Maureen is in the right body.
Next level skill.
And with the skill of you drinking and working this out, you're all finally met with this puff of smoke, and you find yourselves back in your right body. And Voodoo Lady says,
So good.
"That's very impressive. And of course, if you'd have brought me the right ingredients, it would have just worked first time."
What do you mean the right? What do you mean the right ingredient? Those were very fine ingredients. I would say a pineapple is an upgrade to an apple because pines grow higher up on the mountain. than
It's a very fine apple.
yes.
Is there anything
Pineapple.
else I can do for you folk?
Do you know
What's
anything
it?
about the voodoo curse on Penn Island?
Ah, of course, that was the thing that just moved you all around like that. It was put there by a recent enemy of mine an antagonist, if you will, mutant pirate LeChuck. He was out there looking for the fabled treasure whoop-de-doo.
LeChuck?
It's said to be buried on Penn Island beneath one of the many obelisks and strange monuments out there. But to find which one is awful difficult.
Why is that?
Well,
No, because there's so many of them. You'd be digging for days.
are we safe from the voodoo curse now, or will we
Oh yes,
change
the
bodies
potion.
again?
No, the potion will inoculate you against his voodoo magic.
Very good, very good.
We have
But
a
we
s-
have
do-
the guide to find which monument.
What?
We should go to the map store for that, maybe.
Oh no! From the laundromat.
Oh, Ashland's played Monkey Island.
I'm
What
getting
I
close.
lack in visual putting together, I can put together with.
There's logic.
All right.
Before we go, we have a strange voodoo peacock. I looked at a peacock.
Ah, Jeremy! I wondered where you'd
speak
wandered
up
to. You speak up with Voodoo Lady, and she takes Jeremy the peacock and says, "I wondered where he'd wandered off to. He hasn't laid anything strange for you, has he?"
A balloon. But we popped it.
You popped it. Ah well. Never mind. I'm glad you returned him. I suppose I tell you what. I'll waive my usual fee for curing you.
That's fair.
And she takes Jeremy and just like puts him down behind the chair, and he just disappears from the scene.
One of us did inhale a little bit from the gas inside the balloon.
Well,
Yes.
I'd say keep an eye on your blood pressure, and you should be fine.
Oh, he's very healthy. I recently was inside his body.
I think
You're
we all
recently
were.
inside all of their bodies.
That's true.
Yes, it's the most people I've had inside me in quite some time.
I do
Now, if
have
you
to
don't
say I
mind,
prefer
she
his.
says, poof, and the smoke disappears up so that you
Don't make
have
it
no
weird.
dialogue options.
All right, to Penn Island.
To Penn Island.
All right, you get back to the shore of this island here, and you see as you leave the shore to go to Penn Island, you see a cutaway of mutant pirate LeChuck, and he's opening up the treasure, and he says, "Finally, the treasure of whoop-de-doo will return me to my human form. Wait, what?" And then there's just like this flash of white, and then it comes back to you guys arriving on the shore of Penn Island. And you have strange monuments and the beach.
Puke. I have a very bad feeling about this.
A disturbance in the Ural? What? What feeling do you have?
A bad feeling.
A bad feeling?
Just generally a bad feeling.
Can you describe it?
It's a dramaturgically bad feeling.
Oh. I don't know that one.
You will soon.
Tries to take note best that they can. All right. And
You can't write,
I
dearie.
can't. No,
anymore.
it was
Not
so
anymore.
wonderful when I had the ability to. Oh, let me just. I'm gonna take the hat off you, Maureen, and we'll give the hat back to Betty. It was wonderful. I knew so many words, and I could write them all.
Yes, yes. We can get you there again. But now, we were at the strange monuments. What's the other hotspot again?
It was just the beach and the strange
and the strange
monument.
monuments. That's the only two locations on this island.
All right, let's go to the strange monuments then.
Yes.
You head off of the beach,
and-
you head to the strange monuments, and you come in from the left-hand side with lots of the monuments lined up, panning across the screen. Lots of different avenues, much like one of those Monkey Island maze things. You can go off of this beach, off of this area of strange monuments to another area, and so on. Lots of different side screens, all filled with these phallic symbols and strange monuments, each with a little patch of dirt in front of it.
Let's put
So-
2 coins in the patch of dirt in front of the one on the right.
You go which one on the right? There's dozens of these things.
Then let's go to the right.
You start walking to the right. Yeah, you can walk to the right. You walk past more of them. There's more. Eventually, you reach the edge of the screen. You go off the screen, and there's more monuments on the next screen. There's lots of them.
I got it. We go back to the beach.
Okay, you go back to the beach.
And then back to the strange monuments.
You re-enter the strange monuments from the left.
Okay. Then we go to the right of the screen.
All the way to the
That's
right.
exactly what we did.
And then go to the right of the screen again.
All the way to the right again. Yep.
And then we go forward.
And you go forward to sort of the back of the screen, and it takes you into another scene with more monuments and things further deeper into the island.
Then we go to the...
As you arrive into that screen, you come in from the left-hand side.
Alright, we then go to the bottom of the screen.
Towards the camera, you walk towards the bottom of the screen. You go off a path down that way, and it leads you into another section.
We go to the left side of the screen 3 times.
You go to the left side, the left side. There's all sorts of other things appearing in the meantime, like little other weird statues and stuff you can interact with. But you go to the left 3 times.
Okay, what do we see in this screen?
In this screen, there is one single huge monument in the shape of like a huge, kind of like an Easter Island head, but it's just like a big block of stone.
All right. We walk around the block.
As you walk around the back of the block, your dialogue options appear to see the. It says, "Oh, there's an interesting hatch here."
What color is it?
The dialogue options come up like, what color is it? And you click on it and it says, well, there are 3 different colors. It seems like there's a red one, a yellow one, and an orange one.
Orange. You should go in the orange one, right?
Go in the orange one, and as you click the orange one, you hear the sounds of like descending a ladder, and then sure enough, you see a new screen appear, and you are below the ground in like an underground bunker. And it says, and on the wall is like a big sign that says, "Congratulations, you found the last known burial place of Whoop-de-Doo." And there's like a corridor that you can go left or right of.
And look at the instructions.
So there is
Look at
light.
everyone else.
Say again, sorry, Mary?
There is light.
There is light, yes.
So,
You're
you
underground,
can
but
see-
it's
okay.
like lit by... it's kind of like one of those red emergency lights that's behind like a little metal grid. One of those ones on like a submarine or something.
To the right?
I
To the right.
To the right.
I'm going to follow my nose. Is there fresh air coming from either side?
you head to the right because that's where Penny was going,
Yeah,
and you all
okay,
follow.
right.
And it's every time you reach the edge of a screen and try and go somewhere, it's like you must gather your party before continuing on this adventure.
Hurry
You head
on.
to the right of the corridor, and you see that there is a little service entrance, like a janitor's closet, and then you can continue going right from here.
What items do we still have? Just so we keep
So that you
track
can
of
try and
what
work
we
out
still
what you need to
have.
use.
I think
I have a
still
library
cheese.
card. I
got
have a
some
library
cheese,
card. I
you
have
got a
a
library
flaming
card.
bird and a suit.
Yeah.
Flaming
and does
bird
my
and a
new-
suit.
No, wait.
We've used
Michael
the
has
suit.
the flaming bird and the suit.
Yeah.
Oh.
Michael,
yeah.
I'm
True.
I'm gonna hand over my inventory to you.
Do I still have the wet newspaper, or did that get used when we read it?
No, when you read it, that was considered as using
Okay,
it for
cool.
its purposes.
Okay. The only ones we haven't used are the cheese.
Technically, the suit you used for the bow tie, so that
Yeah,
can
yeah.
be
Okay.
you used it in some way.
And
There's a
the
flaming
flame-
bird, some
Is C
cheese.
done?
Is that everything? Yeah, you've used
And
C
the cup.
for the arm of him.
Ooh,
And
we
the
can
cup.
turn
You haven't
Maureen
used Michael's
upside
cup.
down. We can turn Maureen upside down, heat her with the bird, put the cheese inside, and then we have fondue.
Fondue. You're gonna fondue from a
I don't
skull.
know what
If
for.
needed,
Voodoo.
if
Yeah, you
needed,
do that too.
you've got some voodoo fondue. I love it.
Voodoo fondue.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that's the items you've got. If you want to find more items, you can, but we're getting close to the end of the game,
I
and
think-
you've got to try and find a way to use them if you get them.
Yeah.
I look for an item.
Oh my gosh.
Of course you do. Give me a roll.
Okay.
Oh, fun.
Also, I
Five.
need to name an NPC Voodoo Fondue.
Yeah.
Oops, shit. That's not what I wanted to
Like
click
the
on.
campy
Oopsie
version of
daisy.
Victor Fondue.
Victor Fondue.
I'm Victor Fondue.
Nope. Some of these are coming up as like intangible nouns, like development and shopping. It's like that.
Shopping.
Responsibility.
No, no, I don't want that.
You find responsibility. No, thank you. Oh,
No,
beer. There you
no.
go. Beer's a tangible noun. You find a bottle of beer, and you got a 5, right?
Yeah.
5 is 5 is flaming again. You've got flaming beer. So you got flaming beer and flaming bird.
Flaming beer would make a really good like beer cheese dip.
We can like mix the two together.
And you find this flaming beer
Flaming beers.
you open the janitor's closet and you find a skeleton just in the janitor's closet with a flaming beer in hand. And you take flaming beer, and then the skeleton goes, "Hey, that was mine!" And you realise he's alive.
Oh, hey, hello. Fancy meeting you here, Bob.
Hey, Maureen! How you doing?
What are you doing here?
LeChuck put me to
you
work
know-
swabbing the decks. I'm his new swabby.
Just trying to get ahead, you know?
Yeah, it seems like you need to get everything but ahead, Maureen.
Oh, well, bodies are overrated. Unless they're vegan, nicely trim, low body fed bodies of cannibals.
You found a body you like there, Maureen? Sounds like it.
Oh yes. I found a body that I like a lot, but it's actually in use right now. That's
Oh, I
Unflexible.
see. What can I do for you, Maureen? What are you down here for?
I think we are looking for the whoop-de-doo. I don't know why, but that is the quest we've been given, I think.
Oh, I think Captain LeChuck's just found that. He's just down there, and he gestures down with his hand. He gestures towards the right of the screen.
Oh, that sounds nice of you, Bob.
Is that so you can get your body back? Whoop-de-doo can grant people the perfect body that they've always wanted.
But I've already found the perfect body I always wanted.
Well, you can have it if you find Whoop-de-doo. That's why Captain Pirate LeChuck wanted it. He's currently a little
Very
bit
good.
mutated, and he wanted the perfect body.
Oh, yeah. Well, thank you for helping us, Bob. See you at Scrabble night.
Hopefully so. I got no body to go with.
Same as me. Same as me.
And he
close-
gets his
shut
mop
the
and just
closet.
starts his little starts his animation of just mopping this closet as you close him inside. They've got a different idea of janitor's closet. It's just the only closet that the janitor's allowed to be in.
And clean, yeah.
What do you want to do?
Do we keep going down to LeChuck, or do we
keep
go
going
the other
right?
way?
I'll go the other way.
What's there?
Oh.
I've heard
Mhm.
that to gain victory over LeChuck, you need root beer. We have beer.
Flaming beer.
Yes.
Cheese.
You need a root.
Well, I
You could do
mean,
the root vegetable.
your
beer.
head's kind
Wait.
of a.
What if we use a fruit beer?
Fruit beer.
Kind
could
of
work.
like root beer, but it's fruit beer.
You do have fruit. Do you want to
Fruity.
use flaming? Do you want to use some of what was her name? Lucille or something?
Lorraine.
Yeah.
You want to use some of her with beer?
There was a.
Find out.
I heard there was a kumquat
Let's
there,
use
right?
the
Like,
cheese
Who's
and the
kumquat?
beer, and then we have quiche Lorraine. If she's already called Lorraine. Sorry. Just looking for any chance of a stupid pun.
If you find keys, you could have keys Lorraine.
Hey.
What are you going to use? Some
We
of
would need to
some
find
of-
so many
roots?
items.
Is there any
Trying to
roots
find
in the rain?
seeds.
What's that?
Is there any root like potatoes or
no,
you said
it was a
kumquat?
fruit platter. You
Okay,
can definitely
cool.
make a fruit beer if you want to put Lorraine in.
Fruit
It looks
beer.
like Michael's winking at us. It's just eye twitching, just because he's turned too far away, and so the AI wasn't able to follow his. He was turned away, and his eye was just going like this.
Otherwise,
Yeah, that's
we
it.
can try to knock one of the molars out of my skull because I had a
root canal.
root canal.
I mean,
Root canal beer.
that works.
What are you going to do?
Well,
Fruit-
We
It's
need
not
to
nice
use
smack.
Lorraine.
We can always try to have both, you know.
You
We'll
could
have a fruit beer and a root canal beer.
a root canal beer and a fruit
Pour a
canal
little
beer.
bit into the cup.
Okay, but yeah, you try to use fruit with beer, and it's like this pear won't fit in this in the neck of this bottle. So then you use flaming beer with vegan cup, and you find and you have a cup of flaming beer, and the bottle disappears, and then you put pear in thing, and it says cup of flaming fruit beer.
Okay, so then we have cheese still. And the bird.
You need to use the flaming bird, the cheese, and a cup of flaming fruit beer.
Yeah.
Before we go in?
Not necessarily, but we're getting to the end.
Yeah, I know.
It's going.
Do all your.
I'll say if you want to search for any more items from now on, you can. I will roll 3 times and give you the option of which one to pick, but you still have to use it by the end of the game.
Stop picking things up. There's now a dialogue option every time he tries to pick something up. Melon slaps his hands and says, "We don't need that.
You don't need that."
You know what? Let's see if we can. You said there's a janitor's closet.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. I'm gonna
It's
put
got
the cheese.
got Bob the skeleton's in the Genesis closet.
Put the cheese near the janitor's closet or near Bob. See if we can get any rodents out.
You're gonna try and get some rodents out. So you open the closet again, and you talk to Bob. And there's a dialogue option that says like, "Can I help you in any way?" And you ask him that, and he goes, "Well, I do have a rodent problem that they're always pooping everywhere, and I'm terrified of mice." And then you look around to try and find a mouse hole, and sure enough, you find a mouse hole on the outside of the Janet's closet. Use cheese with mouse hole. You put that down, and then. A moment later, there's an animation of a little mouse or a rat coming out and eating the cheese. Yeah. What are you gonna do?
All right. I look back to everyone. I point down at the rat.
We grab mouse.
Yeah, grab rat.
Pick up rat. Yeah, you grab rat, and the rat is have a rat. You've swapped cheese for rat.
With janitor.
Use rat with janitor. He shrieks. His skeleton kind of goes everywhere. And then his head kind of topples, and then he puts himself back together again, but not all in the right place. And then he kind of runs off on one of his arms, just kind of hopping down the way, leaving behind an empty janitor's closet and a mop.
Take mop.
I have no idea what we did that for.
And then use mop with Maureen.
What?
Oh yeah, then we can make Maureen look like she's part of the crew.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then that's like Maureen, Mop, and C is using the torso of C. So it's like
okay.
It's like we're slowly building.
So Maureen on top of a wooden torso, and the mop is across like the arms.
Yeah.
And then the rest of use the suit on Maureen. So Maureen's got this mop arms like this and a torso that somebody's still having to move along because you've got no mobility, no legs.
It's very much the
you walk down to the right and you see a bodyguard zombie just kind of like standing there being like, LeChuck doesn't want to be disturbed by any strangers. He's busy with his discovery of the big whoop-de-doo. Only crew members are allowed in here.
But look at me, I am a crew member.
You a crew? You don't even have any legs. What good would you be? And he dismisses you. You gotta go down the other end of the corridor and find something that'll work for legs.
Does C have legs?
C never had legs.
C never had legs.
C had 3 pieces. Yeah.
And we got rid of the peg legs.
We got rid of the peg legs. Yeah.
Yep. Mm-hmm. So to the left.
All right, you head down the left past the past the janitor's closet, past the entrance where you came in with the ladder through the orange trapdoor, and down into another area that is quite clearly like a what's it called? There's a word for them, like not a cafeteria. Cafeteria is good enough. It's the rec room for the employees, the crew when they're not busy with LeChuck's room. there's a table where some poker's taking place. I love it. Got off and found
Gosh,
it.
yes.
My God, I love
Oh.
it. There's a table where a couple of his crew are playing some poker. There's a couple of couches. There's a vending machine. There's like a little fridge, and lots to interact with. Some people to talk to. What do you want to do?
We need legs. Is there a table here?
You can see that there's a table where the people are playing poker, yeah, and there's his crew is made up of various undead.
What's in the vending machine?
Snacks and drinks.
Is there grog?
There is grog, yeah.
Okay, I'm going
We have
to.
coins.
I'm going to use the coins on the vending machine to buy grog.
Nice, you do so. You replace the coins with grog.
Okay. I'm going to use grog on if there's a crewman who's particularly getting drunk or
Yeah, there's a crewman that's on the lounging on one of the couches that looks like he's a bit on the verge of passing out.
I will give drink to that crewman.
Hey, you're all right, mate. I didn't even get your name.
Oh yes, you can call me Schmellen.
Schmellen, you're my best friend, Schmellen. You hoping that he'll pass
yes.
out, or are you trying to get something out of him?
I'm hoping he's gonna pass out.
Yeah, he does so after a couple of bits of dialogue back and forth. We should hang on more, Schmellen. And he drinks the root beer, drops it to the ground, so there is empty bottle of root beer near him if you wanted to pick it up. But
it's the grog that I got from the vending machine.
Yeah. Sorry, grog, not root beer. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. As he goes down, because he is now drunk and he is what I would like to call legless.
He is.
I will take his legs and give them to Maureen.
He's literally a skeleton. So as he gets drunk, he passes out, and the pelvis sort of dislocates and falls off. And it says, and then you can hover over him and say, "Legless crewmate."
Yeah. All right. And then I will take
You
the
pick
legs
up
and
pick up legs. Yep. Give legs to Maureen. Maureen, you now have these skeleton legs on the bottom that you can now wander along with, but a terribly constructed mop torso. I fucking love your commitment to the mop that's sticking out of you, by the way. It's incredible.
Can someone take my library card out of my skull and put it in the mop hand?
Yep.
Just the little
library card.
The little threads of the mop are just like library cards sticking out of threads of the mop.
So good.
Okay, so we've used that.
You wander down the hallway to the crew member that's keeping everybody out, and you walk up again. You start saying to him, he does that same dialogue that he did before, but now you've got another dialogue option, and you say, "I am a crew member. Look at me." And he goes, "Have you got any ID?"
Yes, I've got ID, and as you can tell from my suit and my ID, I am the fashion police on board.
you tilt the library card towards him. He takes it. Yep. Well, this is you, all right. Pops your library card back, and he says, "All right, all of you head on in," and you head into the next room, where you find LeChuck. You see that he has got the body he's always wanted, but unfortunately, the body he's always wanted is Elaine's. And so, as Captain Pirate LeChuck is wearing all of his Captain Pirate LeChuck's outfit, but is currently in Elaine's body, he looks down and says, "This is not how this was meant to go. You be here after my treasure. Avast ye, you scurvy landlubbers. Help me put this back, or I'll run you through." What do you guys want to do?
We've got the fruit beer.
You've got some fruit beer.
Yeah.
We do.
You've got a flaming bird. You are allowed a red herring, because occasionally the game does give you things that you don't actually use for anything.
Okay.
Flaming bird.
Because we only have the
flaming
flaming
bird.
fruit beer and the flaming bird left.
I think so. Yeah.
Would we use the flaming bird to make the flaming root beer?
It's already the beer was on fire.
The beer
as
is
well.
already on fire.
The beer's already on fire.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
what if it's a super flaming fruit beer?
Drop flaming bird into flaming root beer.
Yeah, let's
just
see
made-
what happens. Mix the two.
It says, I'm not sure what you're trying to do here.
Maybe if
and
we
you try
give
and
the
Is there a,
flaming
like-
bird to Marine's mop.
Is there a like a chandelier, like one of those circular chandeliers hanging above LeChuck?
There is.
Throw the flaming bird at to burn the rope.
Perfect.
it.
You use flaming bird with rope of chandelier, and you launch it. It hits the rope. The rope burns through, and the chandelier drops over LeChuck, sort of pinning him in place. But he's still sort of wafting his sword around and saying like, Vasya, Vasya, and he's trying to escape. What do you do?
Okay. Dump the fruit beer over Elaine Chuck.
Yeah.
use LeChuck. Use flaming root beer with Elaine Chuck and all the way down. No! And it catches Elaine's hair on fire, which sort of burns upwards, and the flaming root beer hits her in the face and continues to burn, and it makes this like burning beard. And then very quickly, the body burns away and creates the flaming demon version of LeChuck that we saw in Game 3, I think. And he's now back to himself. However, he engages you all in a 4-on-1 insult sword fighting to finish him off as he's flaming in this flaming fruit beer.
I don't have swords.
You've got to find something around. There it is. Use
me as a weapon.
You turn around. You grab Maureen, and just like
grab.
all of you, like in a tug of war or something. All of you like back to back, tries thrusting forwards, thrusting back. He starts off with saying, "You call that a melon? Looks more like a lime."
Right, well, that's perfectly fine, because if I am a melon lime, then you are a coconut, which means that I'm going to...
You lose that one. He takes a step towards you. He wins that fight. He says, "You call yourself a saleswoman? You wouldn't be able to sell bread to a pigeon." Bread to a bird. I'll give you an easier one to rhyme with.
Pigeon,
You wouldn't be able to sell bread to a bird.
I was like, pigeon.
Smidgen.
Yeah, just a smidgen.
Well, unfortunately for you, I always get the last word.
Oh, that's good. You get it. Yeah, you get him pushed back. He goes again and says, I'm trying to think of anything to do with the Luke Skywalker. He says, Your yodeling sounds more like cats screeching.
After I'm done with you, I'll go out beaching.
He wins that one.
No. After I'm done with you, you're gonna be screeching.
You rhyme screeching with screeching.
Screeching.
he wins. He wins. Sounds more like cats screeching. And then he wins that one. He comes back in and he says something about skulls. I got nothing. Come on, Rob. Come on.
Bonehead?
Sure. Even when you worked at my library, you were always a bonehead.
I don't know why I was helping.
Oh, so I think you'd rather be an analphabet instead.
Oh, nice! And as you knock him back, his sword goes flying, and it sticks in the roof above him. And then he looks up and goes, "No!" And then it goes into the sort of cutscene that we often see with Monkey Island, as like the camera the sword falls perfectly out of the ceiling right towards him, but the camera moves faster than the sword, so you don't actually see it impale because it's a PG game. No! And then there's this kind of noise, and then it sort of fades. And then fades back in, and it says 3 years later, and we have an epilogue to the game as the credits start to roll. What have you guys been doing in the 3 years since defeating LeChuck and getting your hands on Big Whoop, which gives you the body you've always wanted?
So
a whoop-de-doo, sorry, not a Big Whoop.
The incredibly tanned young body of Maureen on the beach is teaching Puke to read Shakespeare. Because that's where when we're at in 3 years' time.
I love that. Puke.
Well, Thou is a pronoun that God. It's not fashionable anymore. We've moved
Right.
on to calling everyone you.
You. Oh. Okay.
What's Puke look like 3 years later after getting the body of the Desires from Whoop-de-doo?
Big beard. There is a mysterious looking colored piece of glowing plank at their side. But Puke will look over to Maureen and say,
Still can't believe I tried to rhyme screeching with screeching. It just, I can't.
I had the dialogue options and everything. I was looking at them.
I just screeching and screeching. I need to know more words.
and then I continue to read more words.
Where do we see Penny?
Penny is given up on the previously plundered peg legs and has transitioned to the pretty perfect parasols for this lovely beach. And the hat is bigger.
The hat is bigger. Just a
Like
big
Stan's
hat.
hat is like this. Penny's hat is
and
not
Penny's
like
just bigger. I love that. And Melon, where do we see Melon in 3 years' time?
So Melon is back on the Cannibal Island in the midst of a massive wedding. There's like fruit platters everywhere, like little buntings, and Melon is there just wearing a bow tie, but still like wearing exactly as he was wearing before.
Exactly as he was, just with a bow tie.
And then down the aisle, as like the wedding music plays, you see that his perfect body didn't belong to him, but he's now got like this absolutely smoking hot fruit woman.
Fruit platter.
As Lorraine is now a real person made of fruit that regrows the fruit that gets eaten. So as you know, it's like
Oh,
human
so now you can cannibalize. Now you can cannibalize, but it regrows.
That's
Ethical
right,
cannibalism.
that's it, and it's vegan.
Kinky.
It's the truest vegan cannibalism, and she regrows her fruits and stuff like that. And so I've decided to marry.
As the credits to the game go past, and you see Lucas Arts. Thank you very much for joining us. That's where we're going to end the story. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope any of you in the chat had actually played Monkey Island, because there was so much in this that would have made no sense otherwise. Even if you haven't played Monkey Island, I just hope you understand what the premise of point and click adventure games were. Thank you very much for joining us, everybody. Thank you again to all my wonderful crew. Yar! Let's go down the line and see who everybody is and where everybody can find you if they enjoyed your work here today and want to see more of it. Let's go in reverse order from before. Myri, who are you? Where can we find you?
I'm Myri, and I'm a professional GM in Germany, and you can find me at Orkenspalter TV on Twitch and YouTube. That's what we're doing. It's mostly like how to GM, how to play, different games, reviews, actual plays, everything. Michael disappeared. I'm kind of
Because
worried.
he's trying to return to himself.
Hey!
Yeah, it's a true Michael.
it's the true Michael.
The true
Thank you very
Michael
much. Thank you very much,
along the way.
Myri. Go check out Orkenspalter TV if you haven't already, and if you speak German. That would definitely help. Michael, who are you? Where can people find you now that they can see your beautiful face?
Yeah, g'day guys, my name's Michael, I'm the Dead Aussie Gamer. I am a lunatic who does TTRPGs, including ones where I don't even appear on screen but still get in a costume anyway, for whatever reason. Because I'm brilliant that way. But yeah, you can come check out all the cool stuff that I end up doing on my channel. I mostly do Pathfinder, but on occasion I'll do like a bunch of other like really cool fun RPGs and stuff like that. I'm also a cast member over on Careful Cantrip for their new season where I play Keelan the horse person monk Barian. He's the goodest boy. We love him. But yeah, that's what I'm doing. That's what I'm up to.
Thank you very much, Dag, and thanks for joining me for this. It's been an absolute blast. Ashlyn, who are you? Where can people find you?
I'm Ashlyn. I am the Dollar Store DM. Dollar Store DM on Instagram and TikTok. Not really when I remember to post things. But you also can find me on Start Playing Games as a professional dungeon master, where I offer all sorts of one-shots and now a play-by-post campaign that's taking over my life, and I love it. And I am the DM for the Roleplay Inc. podcast, where it is actually a pirate adventure, despite the fact that I can't do a pirate voice or understand how ships work. So it's really fun as the GM for that.
That's the biggest bane for any DM that's like, let's do an at-sea adventure, and then it's like, oh crap, how does a crew work? How big is a ship?
Iteration of that,
how many levels
I had a bunch of
ship?
people who work for the Navy.
Oh Jesus!
My players.
Well, look,
You're like,
honestly,
at the left side of the ship.
The left
And they're
side.
like, do you mean port? And I was like, did you know what I meant? Then I meant left.
Yeah.
Yes, I did, because it's how much port is left when you're asking
Yeah,
for
yeah.
A little red. It's a little red port left in the bottle, because on the red, on the blinking side of an aircraft, the red is the light that's on the left and the port. So there's a little red left. There's a little red port left. That's how you remember. Or just port and left are both 4 letters. Dread, who are you? Where can people find you?
Yo, I'm Dreaded GM. You can find me on the Twitch channel Dreaded GM. I've got a YouTube channel. I've got all that other stuff as well. And I'm very excited to be starting back up very soon with our Call of Cthulhu game, Horror on the Orient Express. It is a lot of fun. I cannot wait to find out what happens next. We had a player death right at the end of this last season. Got a lot of other cool things happening too. I'm usually known for the charity events that I do, and we will be doing something throughout the rest of the year. So if you want to see what's happening over here in the realms of Dread, just go to Twitter or wherever you can type in Dread GM, and you'll get notified.
I'm very interested in what you think about our Orient Express. We're just finishing up right now, and it was a roller coaster. Yeah.
Oh, I changed up the script just quickly at the
Yes,
end of the docket here. I know we're not meant to, but like I took the count, the person that you discover in the asylum, and I made them more of a front-facing villain because we already have 2 conspiracies. Wow. Okay. You'll have to listen to that conversation later, guys.
Tune into Dreaded GM for tune into Horror on the Orient Express with Dreaded GM.
Yeah. It's off
and if you are here from any of these wonderful communities, I am Robert Hartley GM or Robert Hartley GM. I am all over the internet, Robert Hartley GM. You can find me at roberthartleygm.com, which has all links to everything else. I'm most well known for being the GM for a comedy group called Viva la Dirt League, so if you haven't checked out that campaign, you should do so very quickly. Also, I'm one of the writers of a series of skits that is just starting on YouTube called D&D Logic. It's season 2, and it's they're very funny 3-minute skits, just sort of poking fun at D&D and things, so go check those out as well. They're very funny. Thanks very much for being here. Thanks for the mods for being very cool people and keeping the channel and the community at large safe and a lovely place for people to be. Thank you to all the people who gifted subs and donations and bits and things. I had the alerts off for this so that I could focus on the chaos of the story and my players, but I do appreciate them because they keep me going. It's literally how I earn a living, so I appreciate all the bits and subs and the raids and things that came into. Hope you enjoyed it. Let's head off on a raid.
Thank you so much for doing this.
Yes,
so much fun.
Yes,
A year and a half in the making.
Year and a half in the making. We finally got the chance.
Yeah, we did it.
And if you guys want to see what Monkey Island's actually like, if it's completely new to you, I've started replaying the series in preparation for this, and I got re-addicted to it. So I will probably be doing some downtime streams in the near future. Maybe even tonight if I feel like having a wind down. So so just make sure you're following the channel, and you'll probably see me playing through the games as they actually are. Thank you very much. I will raid us into Hero Zone now, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye!
Bye.
And awkwardly wave until the raid happens.
Waving.
And gone. Wait. Before you go, hit the subscribe button, please. It costs you nothing to do, but it helps YouTube to know that I'm awesome. And everybody should know that I'm awesome. Thank you.